Good Friday evening, everyone. Live from the campus of Northwestern College in Orange City, Central Lyon George Little Rock football is on the air. The Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions take their 1-0 District 1 record on the road for their first district road test of the season in their second district matchup of the year, taking on the Dutch of MOC-Floyd Valley down here on the campus of Northwestern College in Orange City. Along with Chris Bixman, I'm Jay Kelly, welcoming you into the broadcast here tonight. Since it is a road trip, we are audio only tonight. Remember that. No video feed tonight, audio only, as we are on the road. So no video tonight, audio only. What we can tell you, it's a cloudy, overcast evening here in Orange City. As of right now, there is no rain falling. We did drive through some precipitation on the way down here, but as of right now, no rain falling, but we do expect some scattered sprinkles throughout the evening once this game kicks off here tonight. On the artificial surface here at Northwestern College, Chris Bixman, I know we're excited about the speed of this Lions team, as we are each and every year when they come down here to Northwestern College and play on this turf.
We are, Jay, and, you know, I think the kids look forward to it a little bit, playing on the artificial turf field. You know, you're kind of on the big boy field tonight, and you know, generally the speedier kids are even speedier when they're on artificial turf, so it should be a fun game.
It will be their second experience of the season with the artificial surface, as over in Spirit Lake earlier this year, playing on their artificial turf as well. The message for the Lions here tonight has to be to keep moving forward. I mean, you took a huge step last Friday night, dismantling Boyden Hull Rock Valley in the district opener. And Chris, now I think the message for this team is just to keep their foot on the gas and keep going forward.
I agree, Jay. They played a really good, complete football game last week, Friday, and I think that was a big step forward. And I think they learned a little bit about themselves last week, and we want to keep that going now.
Now, in past years, we've seen some Lions teams come in undefeated here to Orange City, whether it was facing the Dutch of MOC-Floyd Valley or Unity Christian, who also plays here at Northwestern College, and struggle at times, have a tough time here on the big field. For whatever reason, this place it can be a little off-putting for the Lions at times in past history.
Yep, I've watched quite a few games down here over the years, and I don't know if it's a different surface or, you know, and typically you run into some pretty big boys down here in Dutch country, so that's maybe a little bit different for them too.
MOC-Floyd Valley, a team raked by injuries here early in the season. Head coach Grant Hegstead, he'll be talking more about that coming up on the pregame show. We'll also visit with Central Lyon George Little Rock head coach Curtis Eben coming up on the pregame show as well, as we count down to kickoff here tonight on the campus of Northwestern College. The MOC-Floyd Valley Marching Band, the pride of the Dutch, they're making their way in from the south. Meanwhile, the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions seems to be a tradition down here in Dutch country, but they're going with the all-white road combination once again here this time around. A sharp look for the Lions uniform-wise, Chris.
Well, it is, and I think the kids, you know, it's always a little bit special when you're wearing a little different uniform, and, well, let's face it, it's turf, so you don't have to worry about getting it dirty tonight either.
That's right. All white under the lights here in Dutch country tonight for the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions on the road to take on the Dutch of MOC-Floyd Valley. Stay tuned. We'll have more coming up on the pregame show as we count down to kickoff from Orange City in the campus of Northwestern College. This is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the wind was amazing. Jackpot smile, but I was made for this. Kiss your rose that I'm making. I was made for this.
And we welcome you back to the pregame show. It's time to talk MOC-Floyd Valley football with the head coach of the Dutchmen, Grant Hagstad. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thanks for having me tonight.
Coach, let's talk about your squad so far. Got into district play for the first time last week, and the first 5 weeks is usually a really tough schedule. You get beat up on, you're learning, and how does the first 5 weeks go prepping up for the stretch run here?
Yeah, I think you described it pretty well. It's been a challenging 5 weeks in terms of who our opponents are week in, week out. The first 4 weeks through non-district play, we had some really solid opponents that got us ready for what we know is a really solid district up here in Northwest Iowa. And so through that, you do a lot of learning. We've got a solid core of guys back with some experience that have done a nice job leading for us. We've had some young guys step into some positions. And through that, we've had some injuries, and so you get creative and just find ways to battle that adversity. But you continue to learn a lot about who our kids are and what we are as a team as well.
Well, here you come down to this week. You get a home game against Central Lyon George Little Rock, another team that struggled early on in the season, but might have gotten back on the right track last week. They picked up a win over Boyden Hall Rock Valley. What do you expect to see from Coach Ebenes and his Lions when they come into town?
Yeah, I think you look at their record, and by no means is it indicative of who they are as a team or where the program's at. Their first 4 weeks were also incredibly challenging, and I think the performance you saw last week by the Lions is more indicative of who they are as a team as well. And so you could see some of the explosiveness that they have as an offense, both through the run game and through the pass game. They're dangerous in both capacities. Defensively, they're solid and sound, and you could see that as they played against Boyden Hall Rock Valley last week. And so you could just see the well-roundedness that they have as a team this year.
Well, after looking at some of the tape of the Lions and getting a chance to see what CLGLR brings, what are some things that you guys might do offensively and defensively where you think you might be able to get an advantage?
Yeah, I think it still comes back to what do we do best as opposed to how do we best beat them necessarily, just because that's what we know what's best for us. So as we look at what we do, we've still got to be able to run the football consistently and run it well. But we also know that we've got to be able to find ways to open up and find some ways to make some explosive plays. You look at how Central Lyon plays in their 4-3 based defensive look, and that interior seven's really tough, and then behind them they've got some defensive backs that are really good athletes. And so we're going to have to execute really well on our side offensively for us to be able to put some points up on the board tonight.
Well, throughout the week, it's been cold, it's been rainy, but you get the advantage of tonight. You get to play on your home field, and you've had the chance to practice on the turf all week long.
Yeah, it's these weeks that you're thankful for that as a great resource. It doesn't take much at this point in the season for a normal grass field to get beat up in one night, and it kind of changes the way the surface plays for the rest of the year. So we're certainly thankful for that, and just to have that facility for us to use tonight and for that ball game.
Well, you talked about it a little bit earlier. The first couple of weeks were pretty rough on you. You had to deal with some injuries. You've had some guys fill in some different spots. Tell us a little bit about how your team is doing on the injury front.
Yeah, week 1 we had a couple guys that went down. Week 2 we had another, Keegan Dauma, who was playing backup quarterback for us week 1, broke his collarbone against Western Christian. Austin Robine, who came into that game to back him up, tore his ACL that night. Week 2, Graham Mayrose, who plays running back and linebacker for us, also tore his ACL. And then in the midst of that, we've had just some of your normal guys with, an MCL or roll an ankle or a bum shoulder on a week. And, our heart certainly has been with those guys that their season has been completed because of those injuries. So those are things that we've missed just because those guys have, not only they play a large role in what we're trying to do schematically, but also in terms of leadership. So they've had to learn how to serve in a different way and lead in a different way. But I appreciate the way that they've accepted that new role. I also look at the way our other guys have responded to it with just a next man up mentality and look at it as an opportunity as opposed to a barrier.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be one of those hard things, is to see some of those good kids, your leaders, like you said, go down with an injury and they have to assume a new role. And then in the same aspect, to just kind of set them aside and say next man up mentality. And seeing those younger kids come into the fray and really grow has got to be something fun to watch.
Yeah, that's probably one of the things I'm most excited about. Is I feel like every day in practice we've gotten better and improved at something. And while we're not perfect and polished in every way, in every capacity yet, that's an okay thing, because it allows us to keep getting better at lots of things. And our goal is to get better every day, and then every Friday night to go into it and come out 1-0. Our hope is that the work during the week allows us to do that on Friday nights.
Well, going 1-0, that's obviously your objective for tonight's game against Central Lyon George Little Rock. What do you see as some of the keys to picking up that win?
Offensively, it's going to be important for us to be able to drive the football, get the first down in a series, and build from there. We've got to control the football and take care of it, and not give any turnovers. We're going to need to find ways to make some explosive plays as well, both through our run game and our pass game. Defensively, we've got to win the line of scrimmage. We know Central Lyon is a physical ball team, and if we don't win at point of attack, it's going to be a long night for us. We've got to do that. We've got to play sound, disciplined defense. We've got to find ways to create takeaways, and we've got to limit explosive plays against us. As a team, we've got to have a solid four-quarter effort out of everybody, and really just play disciplined within what we're trying to do in all capacities of the game.
We appreciate you taking some time with us here today, Coach, and we wish you the best of luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Joel.
That is the head coach of the MOC-Floyd Valley Dutchman, Grant Hagstad. We'll be back with more of the pregame show when we return.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve healthcare that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company, PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
And we welcome you back to the pregame show. It's time to talk Central Lyon George Little Rock football with the head coach of the Lions, Curtis Eben. Coach, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for having me again, Joel.
Coach, let's start things off. We got win number 1 in the books last week, a great win over Boyden Hall Rock Valley, and something that we haven't seen out of the Lions yet this year. We got 4 quarters of good, solid football out of those guys.
Yeah, we did. We talked a lot about in the previous weeks how we always played 1 or 2 series in the first half. We did a nice job, in the second half we'd maybe have 1 or 2. So throughout some games we saw that we could play some pretty good football, but we've never been consistent. So the big word we used last week was consistency throughout our offense and defensive practices. We just had to see more of it, and going into last Friday night's game, we showed that even we faced a little adversity before half, giving up some touchdowns, but our kids at halftime kind of got refired up and got things going in the second half again. But again, that was all being consistent with what we want to do with our game plan, and our kids believed in it and went out there and got it done.
Well, it's great to set the tone with that kind of effort coming into district play, 1-0 in district play. And after that preseason kind of that we had the early part of the year, the non-district schedule, the district's got to be the main focus, and winning each week has kind of got to be the deal. So it's a great way to start off on the right foot.
Yeah, it really is. It's one of those things that we talk about, the preseason goals, and one of the preseason goals is to make playoffs, and we still are in that category right now to make playoffs. And so it's a week-to-week thing, like you said, Joel. It's a matter, every week we take on a different opponent, but we got to be focused, and we got to win every week to get that playoff.
Well, this week, a chance to gain some focus. You got to get on the bus and go to Orange City. Not such a long trip over there, but still a road trip nonetheless. You get to take on MOC-Floyd Valley.
Yeah, it's we'll have to get on that bus. We'll get focused. It's about a 45-minute drive for us on the bus, and for us, we never play MOC very well. For whatever reason it is, the last 10 years, we've just always struggled with them. Can't get things going like we would like. Probably lost some games we shouldn't have lost to them throughout those years. And so, reminding the guys that all week, we got to come out focused. It sounds like the weather could be a little bit shady with 25-mile-an-hour winds plus rain at starting about 7 o'clock. So, it could be, weather could be a deterrent in some of the things that we plan on doing, but we got to be focused. We got to take care of that front line and go out there and be consistent for 4 quarters.
Well, and definitely, like you said, the weather could play a difference out there. But the nice part is you're going to be playing on some turf, and with the speed that the Lions have, maybe that can be an advantage for us.
Yeah, definitely. Our run game, we feel very confident with it. That's the nice thing about it. We don't throw the ball as much. We just got to pound that football, play smash mouth football, just like we did last week. No difference in what the game plan really is. We just got to do things better every week, and starts at this week. Like you said, it's a nice playing surface. Shouldn't be any slipping, even if it is raining out. We should be able to get guys off the ball and get our tail back the ball a little bit and motion guys. So we'll come in with the game plan to run the ball. There's no doubt about it, and we got to establish that line of scrimmage early.
Well, let's talk about that game plan a little bit. You've had a chance to look at some of the MOC-Floyd Valley tape. What are some things you see from the Dutch that you expect to see tonight?
Defensively, they play a 4-3 defense, very similar to what we run. They don't alter much from it. Offensively, they are smash mouth, pro type of team with 2 backs, and they just literally run dive, and they do the old CLGLR way where they try to get 3 yards a pop at every time they can, and try to slow the game down. And that's their game mentality. They throw the ball very little. Their routes aren't real complicated. They're pretty efficient based on what they run on offense. And so we really need to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball to come out with the W tonight.
Well, as we get into the district schedule here and we start moving our way about halfway through the season, we got a final push coming. We need guys at full strength. How is our team looking on that injury front?
Oh, good. As of now, last week Cole started cramping toward the end of that game, and really those muscles got pretty tight on him. He's limping around for a couple days after that, but I think he's doing much better the last part of this week here. Getting Dalton Cordles back, we're getting him close to 100% again. So right now, injury-wise, we're looking pretty good, and we need to stay injury-free if we want to make a run at the playoffs yet.
What do you see as some places and areas where the Lions are going to take advantage tonight, and what are some things that we can do to pull off a win?
The biggest thing for us is, like I said earlier, we got to control the line of scrimmage. It starts with our big boys up front on both sides of the ball. But if we can, if we get off the ball early on the offensive side, get Tilford hitting some of those gaps on the inside game. If they start bringing guys in, then you'll see Carter Kroll hitting the edge a little bit more. That's the biggest thing for us is once you start running efficiently inside, the outside game becomes as part of that too, because they'll start cheating their defense. So it's a matter that we just got to put hat on hat, block a little better on the offense side. Defensively, we gotta have a couple plays where we hold them to 1 or no yards on the line, so we put them in a passing situation. Third and medium, third and long situation is what we really need out of the defense tonight. And then we can open things up a little bit with our play calling on the defensive side to show more blitzes, just to get our DNs a little bit more of an opportunity to get off the ball. But it all starts on that first and second down. And so those are just opportunities that we need to take advantage of throughout that game. So those are the keys to win tonight. The line of scrimmage and take care of the football.
Coach, we appreciate your time each and every week, and wish you the best of luck tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Joel.
That is the head coach of the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions, Curtis Eben. We'll be back with more of the pregame show when we return.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the rhythm was amazing. Jackpot smile, but I was made for this. Kiss your rose and I'm making I was made for this.
Along with Chris Bixman, I'm Jay Kelly back in Orange City on the campus of Northwestern College, getting set for Central Lyon George Little Rock football tonight. The Lions taking on the Dutch of MOC-Floyd Valley in a District 1 2A matchup between these two rivals as they get set on the field. Captains are meeting out at midfield for the coin toss, just about set for the opening kickoff here tonight. You may notice no video on your screen. That is because we are on the road. No video feed on the road for the Lions, so audio only here tonight. For you will have to put up with Chris and myself. Audio only here tonight, but we'll do our best to paint a mental picture for you. As of right now, no precipitation falling, no precip falling as of right now. The MOC-Floyd Valley Dutch have won the coin toss. They elected to defer, so Central Lyon George Little Rock will get the ball and start moving from the north to the south or the left to the right in your mind's eye here tonight on the campus of Northwestern College. Not bad football weather out there tonight, Chris, but possible precipitation as the evening rolls along.
Yeah, it'd be great if we could get the game in before the rain starts, but whatever happens, happens. But, yeah, it's a nice, cool evening, and I think it's a great night to be playing football. If you're all suited up, you're going to be pretty comfortable playing tonight.
Central Lyon George Little Rock coming in with a 1-4 record. That one win, a district win last Friday night against Boyden Hull Rock Valley in the district opener. So the Lions 1-0 where it matters. That is in District 1 play. MOC-Floyd Valley, it's been a tough go for the Dutch here early in the season. 0-5 and 0-1 in district play. Offensively really struggling this year as they've been shut out 3 times and have only scored 14 points over the course of the season. A touchdown against Lamar's and a touchdown against West Lyon. That is all for MOC-Floyd Valley offensively. But 0-5, they do have a pretty scrappy defense, it looks like.
Yeah, and a lot of these, they haven't played any real easy teams either. There's some pretty solid teams on their pre-district schedule, and they haven't given up a lot of points outside of the West Lyon game. So I think they've got a pretty salty defense the way it looks, Jay.
We're ready for the opening kickoff. Doing the kicking tonight for MOC-Floyd Valley. Dalton Jacobsmo with the ball teed up on the 40. Gives it the boot. We are underway. A low line drive kick fielded at the 15 by Telford. Dropped. Picks it back up at the 20, the 25, and out to about the 28-yard line where the Lions will start first and 10. You notice no crowd noise in the background, no ambiance. That's because we're here in the college press box, so a fully enclosed press box for Chris and myself. So we are actually at the game. There's just a thick piece of glass separating us from all the action.
It's kind of a nice way to watch a football game, but yeah, we don't feel the elements here either. So.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 28 as Postma will line him up in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. Postma takes the snap, hands to the motion man. Carter Krull over the left side across the 30 to the 33 and a pickup of 5 on first down.
Yeah, nice little handoff play there. Lions look pretty crisp so far on offense.
Second down and 5 coming up for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Just getting underway here tonight in Orange City on the campus of Northwestern College. Along with Chris Bixman, I'm Jay Kelly. A reminder, audio only tonight, no video as the Lions are on the road here tonight. So audio only for the broadcast. What we can tell you, the Lions are wearing the road whites here tonight. White jerseys, white pants. The road white look for the Lions here tonight. Postma in the shotgun on 2nd and 5 takes a snap. The hand will go up the middle to Telford, who carries to the 35. Pickup of a couple, and that will set up the Lions with a 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, the Dutch defense looks pretty solid inside there. They got a couple real big boys on the defensive tackle around the line of scrimmage. That number 75, good-sized kid. So it's going to be hard to move those boys out of there.
MOC-Floyd Valley losing to Sheldon in their district opener last Friday night by a score of 14-0, and a lot of scores similar to that for the Dutch early in the season. They are 0-5, but do appear to have a somewhat salty defense. 3rd down and 3 for the Lions. Postma from the shotgun. Quick pass out to the right side for Krull, and he'll take it to about the 36. Going to be a couple yards shy of the first down, though.
Yeah, pretty solid defense on the outside there, too. Krull received the pass just fine, but got about 1 yard ahead, and he got stopped.
Stephen Trejo, the defensive tackle for MOC-Floyd Valley, you were alluding to, 6'2", 307 pounds. He's one of the interior linemen for this MOC-Floyd Valley defense. They hold the Lions to a 3-and-out. The Lions will be forced to punt away on their first offensive possession. Van Berkem on his own 25 gets a good snap, and the punt is a high punt, a short one. End over end, it will take a hop at the 42 of MOC-Floyd Valley, take a nice roll on the second hop down to about the 38, where the Dutch will start 1st and 10.
Yeah, we'll get a chance to see what the Central Lion defense can get done here.
9:42 left to play in the opening quarter. Lions go 3-and-out on their opening offensive possession. It is the Dutch turn now. MOC-Floyd Valley 1st and 10 from their own 38. Led by quarterback Colton Corver. He is a junior, 6'4", 175 pounds. Corver will line up under center, a single back behind him, twin receivers to each side. Man in motion right to left as Corver takes a snap, drops back to pass, looks left side in the flat, had his motion man, but incomplete. Threw it a little high. That was Chase Sossman.
Yeah, it kind of went right off of Sossman's hands. It looked like a catchable ball, but, yeah, didn't get her in the mitts.
2nd down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley. The ball on their own 38-yard line, 9:37 left in the opening quarter. Scoreless so far here tonight, and so far no precipitation falling either. As Corver will line up under center once again, a single back behind him, twin receivers wide to each side. Sassman in motion from left to right. Corver takes a snap, fumble on the play, and it's covered up by the tailback who had the initial contact, fumbled the ball, and then picked it back up. That was Mason Voss, the 5'10", 155-pound senior.
Yeah, it looked like Voss and the quarterback just didn't quite complete the handoff there, and the ball was on the ground. The Lions were after it, but Voss was fortunate to fall on it there.
3rd down and about 13 now for MOC-Floyd Valley, with the ball spotted just inside of their own 35, and the Lion defense looking to get off the field immediately. Twin receivers to each side, single back behind Corver. Man in motion left to right as Corver takes a snap. The hand of Voss up the middle, nice hole, and Voss is close to a first down. He's going to be a few yards shy, though, out to the 45-yard line, and it looks like the Lion defense will force a 3-and-out on their first possession.
Yeah, it looks like MOC's bringing on the punt team here, so we'll get another shot at offense.
Doing the punting for MOC-Floyd Valley, Jorgen Potabaum, a 5'10", 166-pound junior. As Potabaum will line up to punt for the Dutch here. Or pardon me, it won't be Potabaum. Dexter Weiss, rather, the senior, will do the punting for MOC. From his own 34, Weiss gets a good snap and gets off a high punt, a spiraling punt. Lions will let it drop inside the 20. It's taken an MOC roll inside the 10. And down to about the 5-yard line where MOC-Floyd Valley will fall on it. just inside the Lion 5. So Central Lion George Little Rock going to be pinned deep on the second offensive possession of the night. 8:07 left to play in the first quarter. We are scoreless so far on the road for the second game of District 1 play for Central Lion George Little Rock here tonight.
Yeah, special teams coach would much rather see that ball get caught. It seems like more times than not that that roll goes against you on a punt.
Ball will actually be spotted inside the 4-yard line, so the Lions with 96 yards in front of them. Postma will line up in the shotgun formation. Twin receivers right, a single to the left, and Telford behind him. Krull in motion left to right. He'll take the hand from Postma, trying to get around the corner, and Krull will across the 5 out to about the 7 for a 3-yard pickup on first down.
That was a tough 3 yards. He managed to get to the corner, and there was the defense waiting for him, but a nice little run from Krull.
Second down and 7 for Central Lion George Little Rock. The Lions in Orange City tonight, taking on MOC-Floyd Valley. Game number 2 of the District 1 slate for the Lions. Lions with a 1-0 record in district play, 1-4 overall on the season. MOC-Floyd Valley at 0-1 in district play and 0-5 on the season. Split receivers wide to each side. Postma in the shotgun with an up back to his right. Man in motion left to right. That is Krull as Postma takes a snap. It's a hand to Krull on the counter over the left side across the 10 out to about the 12. And Krull with some good running room there picks up another 5 or so yards.
Got a good push from the left side of our offensive line there. They did a nice job of pushing the Dutch back and giving him some room to run.
Third down and about 2 coming up for the Lions with the ball just shy of their own 12-yard line. Inside of 7 minutes left in the opening quarter, scoreless so far here tonight in Orange City. And the Lions going to a huddle so far here tonight offensively. Trip receivers wide to the right, a single to the left with Postma in the shotgun. Postma calls it out on a long snap count, hands it up the middle. Not a whole lot happening there. Forward push, but it looks like it's going to be just shy of the first down stick. It was I don't know who it was on the carry, did not see.
I think it was Telford. I'm not sure either, Jay. Looks like we're going to be about a yard short of a first down, though.
Fourth and short, and the Lions will be forced to punt it once again. Both teams going 3 and out on their offensive possessions here tonight. The Lions 2 3 and outs. MOC-Floyd Valley with the 3 and out on their first. Van Berken gets the snap, but an early flag here comes in as the whistles will halt play, and we'll see what the call is from the officials. Looks like it's going to be the Lions moving early. No, encroachment on MOC, so the Lions are going to pick up a first down. How about that?
That's a nice break, especially that far close to our own end zone to get a break here, get a first down, and get a chance to move the ball again.
Following the penalty, the Lions will move up to the 18-yard line. That'll be their own 18-yard line as they're coming out of the shadows of their own goalposts here. First down and 10 via the penalty from their own 18. 6 minutes left in the opening quarter. We are scoreless so far here tonight. Game number 2 of the District 1 season. Split receiver to each side. Postma in the shotgun with an up back standing directly behind him as Postma looks over the Dutch defense. Play clock winding down, and the Lions are going to get a delay of game here.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, they've been huddling up on every play and giving themselves plenty of time, but that time there, the clock was running down, and I don't think they realized it.
Little unusual to see the huddle here. They've been doing a lot of no-huddle situations where they just look into the sideline for the play call, but here tonight they've been huddled up every time. First down and 15 now following the penalty with the ball just inside of their own 13-yard line for the Lions. 5:15 and the clock is moving here in the opening quarter. Scoreless so far here tonight. As the Lions break the huddle, they'll send trip receivers right, a single to the left. Postma from the shotgun takes the snap, fakes the hand, dropping back to pass, sets up the screen over the left side. Telford makes the catch, has open field in front of him at the 25, 30, 35, and brought down at the 37-yard line. A late flag coming in right about on the hit. Telford was hit around the knees, so I can't imagine there was anything illegal about the hit.
It looked like a legal hit. DeHaan, number 22, DeHaan, made a nice tackle there. Hopefully we didn't get a block in the back call, and it was just a late flag.
Well, the officials are moving back to the 27, the spot of the foul, and it will be a block in the back on Central Lion George Little Rock. So one of the receivers downfield most likely block it in the back. Officials will mark it back to the 17-yard line, and the Lions will try first down for the third time. First down and 11 this time around.
Yeah, it just looked like the typical case where you're going to block a guy, and at the last second, he turns his back to you, and you push anyway, and then it's too late.
First down and 11 for the Lions with the ball just inside of their own 17-yard line. 4:35 left in the opening quarter. Postma from the shotgun takes a snap, the hand to Telford on the counter, and Telford is off to the races, to the 50-yard line, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and Cole Telford is going to take it to the house from the 17-yard line, 83 yards for the opening score of the night with 4:15 left to play in the opening quarter.
That was a great run from scrimmage there, Jay. Looked like number 4, their safety might have caught him, but once Telford got in the open field, was nobody going to catch him.
Cole Telford rumbles 83 yards for the opening score of the night, and the Lions are on top 6-0 early here in quarter number 1. Or not so much early, we're past halfway, I guess. 4:12 left to play in the opening quarter.
This quarter is moving right along.
Yeah, extra point attempt coming up from Carter Krull. Reeby to do the snapping, and Van Berkom will provide the hold. The snap is good, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the extra point, it looks like it's through. Yes, it is. Didn't get a signal from the official, but we'll say it's good. 4:12 left to go in the opening quarter, 7-0. Central Lyon George Little Rock leading MOC-Floyd Valley. From Northwestern College in Orange City, this is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve healthcare that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Back in Orange City on the campus of Northwestern College, 4:12 left to play in the opening quarter, 7-0. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead on MOC-Floyd Valley. Cole Telford with an 83-yard touchdown run to kick things off scoring-wise for the Lions here tonight, as our window is starting to get wet here in the press box.
Starting to sprinkle a little bit, but hopefully that won't make the turf too slippery.
The ensuing kick coming up from Carter Krull, fielded at the 8-yard line by MOC-Floyd Valley. Weiss coming back the other way across the 15, across the 20.
Ball's
Fumble
out
on the play, and it looks like the Lions have it. Will they call him down? It looks like the officials are going to say he was down at the 21-yard line, so a tough break for the Lions there as they were able to pounce on it right away.
They were. I thought it looked like the ball had come out before he was on the ground, but the white hat says differently, so it's going to be a Dutch ball here.
Dorian Johnson was right there to hop on the fumble, but they will say MOC-Floyd Valley ball. So first down and 10 for the Dutch from their own 21-yard line. 4:04 left to play in the opening quarter. A 7-0 lead for the Lions. The Dutch going 3 and out on their opening offensive possession earlier this quarter. As Korver will line up under center, and up back standing right behind him, man in motion from right to left as the up back will get in stance. Korver throws a little bubble screen off to the left side. Initial contact on the receiver. He'll be able to get 2 yards. The receiver on the play was Jackson Voss, who shook off the initial contact and carried it up to about the 23.
Kalen Meyer had a hold of him initially, and he managed to escape, and Cole Hogedorn finished up after that. So it was a nice tackle by Cole.
Second down and 7 coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley. The ball spotted on their own 23. 7-0. The Lions in front of the Dutch with 3.5 minutes left to play here in the opening quarter in Orange City tonight. Korver under center. A twin receiver set off to the right side. Single receiver to the left and a single back in the backfield. Man in motion left to right, and the hand goes to the motion man. Big hole up the middle on the carry for Chase Sossman, and he'll carry all the way up to the 48-yard line. It'll be a first down and then some for MOC-Floyd Valley.
Yeah, we're not the only ones with a quick back. That Sossman got through the hole, and he got a lot of yards before we were able to recoup and get him down.
First down and 10 for the Dutch with the ball spotted on their own 49-yard line. 3:08 left in the opening quarter. Clock moving. A 7-0 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock. As the Dutch break their dual huddle look that they have, the linemen stay together and the upbacks and quarterbacks stay together for separate huddles. First down and 10 for MOC from their own 49. Man in motion from left to right as Corver calls it out. Long count, takes a snap, drops back to pass. Looking right side in the flat, pass is tipped and incomplete. Off in the hands of the intended receiver, Jackson Boss, on the play.
Yeah, it looked like a possible tipped ball kind of a drill there, but once again, Cole Hugedorn come up a little bit short. He had some of that last week too, I think, didn't he, Jay?
Yes, he did. Cole had some bad luck last week on the tips. He was just out of range about 3 times last week against Boyden Hall Rock
More
Valley.
the same tonight. Hopefully that'll change for him.
Second down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley with the ball on their own 49. 2:40 left in the opening quarter. Corver under center, takes a snap, rolls out right side, looking like an option. He will pitch to the pitch man, and that is Voss. Voss breaks through a couple tackles. That's Sossman on the carry to the 45 of Central Lyon George Little Rock, a pickup of 6 on the play.
Like it was well defended. Sossman just kind of slipped through a couple defenders there and managed to pick up about 5 yards. I didn't think there were going to be much of a gain at all on that play.
Third down and about 5 for MOC-Floyd Valley, now in Lion territory for the first time tonight, just inside the 46 of CLGLR. On third and 5, Corver will line up under center. Twin receivers to the right, twins to the left as well. Single back in the backfield behind Corver. Corver calls for the motion man from left to right. That's Sossman. He'll take the pitch from Corver, and Sossman's going to be dead to rights in the backfield. A 4-yard loss back to the 49-yard line. A whole host of penetration from that Lion defense.
That was nicely done. I think he had three guys wearing white waiting for him when he received that pitch, so well defended that time.
Lions were able to read that pretty quick, and they'll hold MOC-Floyd Valley to another punt. 1:48 left in the opening quarter, 7-0. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead over MOC-Floyd Valley. For some reason, the clock is stopped here. Unsure why. Punt coming up from Weiss back on his own 40. Gives the ball the boot, nearly blocked. It's a high end-over-end punt. Will take a hop off of a helmet, and the Lions promptly will jump on it at the 23-yard line. Couldn't tell if that was an MOC or Central Lyon George Little Rock helmet, but Dalton Cordles just decided to hop on it. Probably a good idea.
I think that was a good idea, Jay. I think that came off of Kalen Meyer's helmet, so it was fortunate we got on that ball, or it would have been a turnover.
Member of the Dutch and Kalen Meyer were locked in a block heading downfield, and it hit one of them on the helmet. Dalton Cordles just hopped on the ball, and probably a heads-up play by Cordles there, as the Lions will take over first down and 10. The ball in their own 23. Postma will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers left, a single to the right. Man in motion left to right. That is Krull. As Postma hands to Krull on the sweep over the right side, leaps over the defenders to the 29-yard line. And a flag coming in after the play, after the MOC-Floyd Valley coaching staff were calling for it.
Not sure what they were asking for there. It looked like a clean tackle and clean blocking on this side of the ball, so I'm not sure what we have, Jay.
Well, the MOC-Floyd Valley sidelines was erupting about something, asking for a penalty call, and the flag came in after the play. We'll see what the officials elect to call the penalty here. It's going to be a personal foul on the Lions, and again, we cannot get any explanation up here as we are locked into this booth, so we don't know officially what the call is, but a personal foul on Central Lyon George Little Rock will mark it back to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know what happened there, Jay. It, like I said, the flag came in late, and the coaches on the Dutch side were calling for it. I don't know what they saw.
Well, either way, it'll be a first down and about 20 coming up for the Lions now, with the ball spotted just inside of their own 14-yard line. 1:22 left to play in the opening quarter, a 7-0 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley here tonight. Postma going to line them up in the shotgun formation. They'll line up twin receivers out to the right side, and the Lions going to call a timeout here. All kinds of confusion down on the field. Lions will call their first timeout. 1:05 left to play in the opening quarter. A 7-0 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. And Chris, we've seen a little precipitation falling out there now tonight.
Yeah, it's not bad. A few sprinkles on the glass in front of us, but it looks like maybe it's stopped already. So hopefully it'll stay at a minimum and the boys will get out of here somewhat dry.
Yeah, hopefully that's all they'll have to deal with tonight is just some scattered sprinkles here and there. 1:05 left to play in the opening quarter. A 7-0 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. Lions' second offensive possession of the night. Cole Telford rumbled 83 yards for a touchdown run at the only score of the first quarter so far tonight. Carter Kroll's extra point was good, and the Lions lead it to 7-0. Timeout on the field. First timeout charged to Central Lyon George Little Rock with 1:05 left in the opening quarter. A 7-0 lead for the Lions, but once again pinned in the shadow of their own goalpost here. North end of the field, if you're familiar with Northwestern College, or they're moving from the left to the right in your mind's eye, just inside of their own 14-yard line.
19 yards for a first down, so the boys got their work cut out for them here.
Postma will line up in the shotgun formation. Twin receivers right, single to the left. Krull in motion left to right. The counter goes to Telford. He'll be hit in the backfield and dropped back at about the 13 for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, nice play by number 51 there, Dalton Jacobs. He got right through the right side of our offensive line and made a nice stop in our backfield.
Lions looking at a second down and about 20 now with the ball right about their own 17-yard line here, or 12-yard line. 35 seconds left in the opening quarter. Lions lead at 7-0. They do have to run one more play before the quarter runs out. Trip receivers lined up to the left side, a single to the right as Postma calls it out from the shotgun, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, looking over the middle of the field, nothing there. He'll tuck it and run it. Postma crosses the 15 up to about the 20, where he's met by a host of purple. They'll say just shy of the 20, but a nice tuck and run for about 7 yards. That'll set the Lions up with a third down and about 13. But first, the opening quarter will run out. Zeros on the board. We've reached the end of quarter number 1. After the end of the first quarter tonight, Central Lyon George Little Rock leading MOC-Floyd Valley 7-0. This is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Back in Orange City on the campus of Northwestern College, along with Chris Bixman, I'm Jay Kelly. We head to quarter number 2, 7-0. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead on MOC-Floyd Valley here tonight in the second game of District 1 play for this Lion football team. Lions facing a third down and about 13, just shy of their own 20-yard line as we kick off quarter number 2. Postma from the shotgun, dropping back to pass, looking deep down the middle of the field, overshoots the intended receiver, Skidmore. It will fall incomplete, and the Lions force the punt once again here tonight.
Postma threw a nice ball there, but yeah, about 3 yards too long for Skidmore. He had a little bit of separation, but unfortunately the ball was overthrown.
11:53 left to play in the first half. Clock will stop on the incomplete pass. Lions with a 7-0 lead, and they'll be punting from deep in their own territory. Caden Van Berkom back on his own 7-yard line. Van Berkom gets a good snap and gets off a nice high end-over-end punt. It will be fielded with a fair catch at about the 42 of MOC-Floyd Valley. Real nice punt for Van Berkom. Will get the Dutch back over on their own side of the field.
Yeah, from where that ball was kicked at, that was a nice punt. It gives the defense a little bit of breathing room here.
First down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley as the Dutch will take over on their own 42-yard line. And so far they've been able to pick up a couple of first downs, but that's about it. This is an MOC-Floyd Valley offense. If you're just joining us, they've been shut out in 3 of their first 5 games. They've only scored 14 points all season, a touchdown against Lamar's and a touchdown against West Lyon, and that is it for the Dutch so far on the season. As Corver will line up under center, the hand on the sweep over the right side. Not a whole lot happening on the carry, but it will get up to the 45, a pickup of about 3 on first down for the ball carrier. That was Sossman once again.
The Lions did a pretty good job of plugging things up there. Jarrett Meyer was right on the bottom of the stack there. I think he actually made the tackle, but a nice job by the Lion defense.
Second down and about 7 for MOC-Floyd Valley with the ball on their own 45 here in the second quarter. 11:15 left in the first half. Lions lead it 7-0. Corver will line up under center. Twin receivers out wide to each side and up back behind him as Corver takes a snap. Quick pass on the left side, and the catch is made. A completion is made, but the Lions able to snuff it out pretty quick as Kalen Meyer was there for the initial contact, and I believe Van Berkom cleaned it up.
Dylan Van Berkom kind of cleaned it up. Yep, they did a nice job. He looks like he's a slippery little back there, so it might take 2 guys to bring him down.
Holding him to only a 2-yard gain, so now a third down and 5 for MOC-Floyd Valley with the ball on their own 47 here at Northwestern College in Orange City tonight. As a late substitution here, Will Nagel will check in for Cordles on third down on the defensive side for CLGLR. Corver under center, calling it out. Long count, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, looks over the middle of the field, nearly intercepted by who else? Cole Hugedorn. Another close call for Cole, but just couldn't quite hang on to it.
One of these nights, Cole's going to have a whale of a night and get 3 interceptions. I'm going to predict that right now.
Tell you, Cole, man, he's got some luck coming his way. That's for sure. He was diving; it would have had to be a fantastic catch, but it was in his hands, and the hands went to the top of the helmet immediately afterwards. Little miscommunication here on the Lion defense. As everything's set now. It is a punt formation for MOC as Weiss is back on his own 36, and he's ready to punt it away. A very low line drive punt, and inside the 25 down to about the 22 where it'll stop rolling, and the Lions will take over first and 10 from their own 22, which could be the best starting field position of the night for Central Lyon George Little Rock.
I think it is, Jay. That it's not as close to the goalpost as we've been so far in this game. Yeah, that was a punt you wanted to get away from. That thing never got more than 3 yards off the ground, I don't think.
Nearly hit a few of his linemen in the helmet right off the initial punt. First down and 10, Central Lyon George Little Rock from their own 22. 10:08 left to play in the opening quarter. A 7-0 lead for CLGLR over MOC-Floyd Valley. Postma will line up in the shotgun. Trip receivers left, a single to the right. As Postma calls it out, takes a snap, hands right up the middle to Telford, breaks it out right side, and Telford crosses the 30 out to the 32-yard line. I'll make it the 31. He's going to be just shy of the first down.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a bad spot there. I thought he had a first down, Jay. It was a nice little run for him, though.
Second down and short coming up for the Lions just across their own 31-yard line. 9:44 left to play in the first half. Clock is on the move. A 7-0 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. Trip receivers left, a single to the right with Postma in the shotgun, taking the snap, fakes the hand, quarterback keep around left end. Postma has the first down and then some as he'll carry up to the 39-yard line.
Postma did a nice job of carrying out the fake there. Everybody was looking at number 5 to take that ball because they've seen quite a bit of him already, and Telford didn't take the handoff, but kind of fooled the defense with that. It was a nice play.
Looked like a nice little read option for the Lions there. First down and 10 with the ball on their own 39. 9:15 left in the first half. Clock is on the move. Lions lead it to 7-0 with a fresh set of downs. Twin receivers to the left, a single to the right, wing back off to the right as well. As Postma takes the snap, fakes a pump to the right side, and then quarterback keeps it for about a 4-yard scramble. Nice decision there by Postma as it looked like He was going to try to throw a bubble screen to Carter Krull on the right side, but there wasn't a whole lot there.
There wasn't anything there. That was definitely a nice decision on his part to tuck that ball and run. I think he got 3 yards we wouldn't have got otherwise.
Yeah. Second down, and boy, they're going to give him 4 on the carry, and 6 coming up for the Lions here with the ball spotted on the 43. That would be their own 43. 8.5 minutes left in the first half. Clock continues to move. If you're just joining us tonight, Lions lead 7-0, an 83-yard touchdown run by Cole Telford. Audio only for our broadcast tonight, no video as we are on the road. Postma from the shotgun on 2nd and 6 takes a snap, fumble on the play, and it's loose on the turf. MOC-Floyd Valley going to hop on it back at the 35-yard line of Central Lion George Little Rock.
That was unfortunate. It just looked like the ball got mishandled right from the snap, and Lions initially, Postma tried to jump on it, and it squirted away from him, and it's Dutch football.
Oh, Lion defense with their backs against the wall now. It will be a 1st down and 10 coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley on the Central Lion George Little Rock 35-yard line with 8:09 left to play in the first half. A 7-0 lead for the Lions, and the Lion defense will dig in.
Yeah, looks like the boys are better dig in here. It's going to inspire the Dutch a little bit with this short of field in front of them.
Corver lines up the Dutch. Trip receivers to the left, a single to the right. Corver under center. Man in motion from the left to the right. And we got a flag on the play. Could be a delay of game here on MOC-Floyd Valley. It will be a delay of game as the play clock runs out.
That should help a little bit. Unfortunately, they're almost in 4-down territory already. So.
Ball spotted back at the 40 after the penalty. It will be a 1st down and at 15 for the Dutch of MOC-Floyd Valley. 8:09 left to play in the first half. 7-0. Central Lion George Little Rock with the lead on MOC here tonight. And the Dutch with a 1st down and 15 on the 40-yard line of CLGLR following the Lion turnover. Twin receivers to each side. Corver will line up under center, barking it out, dropping back to pass. Corver under pressure, rolls out to the left side. We've got a flag on the play, probably a holding, and Corver is going to be sacked back at the 47, 48-yard line. Will Nagel coming up with the quarterback sack as Corver tried to stretch it out, and then a flag coming in after the play as well.
Lion defense really was getting after it there, and forced some holding on the right side of our defensive line. So. Real nice job, and then to get the sack on top of it.
The holding call is declined, and the Lions will just take the quarterback sack. Oh, a block in the back as well on MOC. Well, the Lions will decline that as well. So they'll just take the quarterback sack and push him back to the 47-yard line.
Well, field position's looking a lot better on the defensive side of the ball here after that play.
2nd down and long for MOC-Floyd Valley following a delay of game penalty and now a quarterback sack, with the ball spotted just shy of the Central Lion George Little Rock 47-yard line. Corver will line up under center, twin receivers to each side, and up back standing behind him. As Corver looks over the Lion defense, calls it out, drops back to pass, under pressure again. Corver hit as he throws, gets the pass off, and it is complete, but only for about a 2 or 3 yard gain when it's all said and done. As the Lions, oh wow. Late flag here on Cole Hugedorn, and I don't know about this. The Lions had piled up on the receiver on the play, Putnam, and the officials just blew the whistle, blew him dead, while Putnam escaped from that pile and ran down the sidelines, and Hugedorn just gave him a shove to the shoulder and got a flag on the play.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
From up here, we can't hear the whistle or anything, but it looked like the play was still live, but evidently the whistle had been blown.
Will Nagel is down after the play as well on his own 44-yard line. So we'll have to figure this out here with the officials. I assume it's going to be a personal foul on Hugedorn. Yes, it will. And, boy, yeah, could have kept the flag tucked for that one, I believe. But
I think so. It was kind of no harm, no foul, but they didn't see it that way. Yeah, Will Nagel kind of made the initial hit there. And then a host of Lions joined in. I don't know if he twisted his lower leg or something.
It does look
he's
like
in pain.
Yeah, they're stretching out his lower leg right now. 7:22 left to play in the first half. A 7-0 lead for Central Lion George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley as Coach Eben is out, and the MOC coach Grant Hegstead is out with Nagel as well. It is right in front of the MOC-Floyd Valley bench, right about the 44-yard line. after the penalty is all said and done, as Nagel is up on his feet, he will get off to the sidelines, but will get help. And he's looks like he's going to be favoring that left leg. A third down and about 6 on the play following the penalty from the Central Lyon George Little Rock 31 is where it will be set up.
You see a player go down like that, you hope maybe it's just a cramp or something, but it doesn't look like the case. He's definitely favoring that, maybe left ankle or something, Jay.
Yeah, and with the artificial surface as well, so many things can happen when you play on the artificial surface, so you certainly hope Nagel will be okay after this. I guess the good sign is he's walking on both feet now. He's not favoring his left leg anymore, so that's certainly good to see. As Nagel will get off to the sideline, a third down and 6 coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley with the ball on the 31 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 7:22 left to play in the first half, a 7-0 lead for the Lions. Corver will line up the Dutch with twin receivers wide to the left, a single to the right. Corver takes a snap, drops back to pass, setting up the screen over the middle, and it's caught. And a first down at the 20-yard line by Weiss on the play for MOC-Floyd Valley. Nearly dropped it, but then got it back.
Yeah, it looked like that ball might end up on the ground. He was bobbling it for about 3 steps, but he managed to reel it in and pick up some yards.
First down and 10 for the Dutch of MOC-Floyd Valley. And another injured player on the field. This a MOC-Floyd Valley player. I believe that's Sossman down on the field right now for MOC on the 20-yard line. After the Dutch pick up the first down, 7:10 left to play in the first half. A 7-0 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock. If you're just joining us here tonight, Lions with an 83-yard touchdown run by Cole Telford. The point after from Carter Krull. Just a little over midway through the first quarter. That the only score that we've seen here tonight. And a MOC-Floyd Valley team that doesn't score a lot of points. We had mentioned they've been shut out in 3 of their first 5 games and have only scored 14 points on the entire season. But a defense that doesn't look to give up points that easily either, Chris.
No, they're pretty solid. And one thing I just got to make mention of, Jay, they have got a couple of bookends in there at defensive tackle. Jacob Kramer, senior, 6 foot, 286, and the other one was Stefan Trejo, another senior, 6'2", 307. They have got a couple of big boys in the middle on the defensive line, and they're both playing offensive line as well. And tell you what, it's hard to move players like that.
Yeah, for that big size too, these fellas look awful athletic too.
They do. They've been in on almost every play, and they get off the ball very well. So.
First down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley from the Lion 20-yard line. Corver will line up under center, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, looking in the left corner. He's got a man wide open. Catch is made by Sossman at the 1-yard line, just shy of the goal line. Sossman got behind the coverage and got wide open and just stumbled, brought himself down just shy of the goal line.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I don't know. It must have been a miscommunication between our corner and safety. He was 5 yards away from everybody when he caught that ball.
First down and goal for MOC-Floyd Valley, way inside of the 1, like right on the edge of the goal line now for the Dutch. Corver will line up under center. Quarterback keep right up the middle. Corver is in the end zone for the Dutch score with 6:47 left to play here in the first half. Corver from 1 yard out scoring, and the Dutch are an extra point away from tying it up.
Yeah, that's what those big linemen will do for you when you get down to the 1 yard line. You can just tuck behind them and walk in.
Good sized fellas that they got up front there. Looks like the Dutch might elect to go for 2 here, and you're curious if, oddly enough, down here in Orange City, typically they have a kicking game if they have anything, but they don't appear to have a kicker this year. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that might be the case.
Corver will line up under center. They went for 2 on the 2 touchdowns they've scored this year. Corver with a quarterback keep up the middle. Did he get in? He did for the 2-point conversion. So Corver finds the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 6:47 left to play in the opening half. MOC-Floyd Valley leading Central Lyon George Little Rock 8-7 from Northwestern College in Orange City. This is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Back at Northwestern College in Orange City, 6:47 left to play here in the first half. MOC-Floyd Valley takes their first lead of the night, 8-7. The Dutch leading Central Lyon George Little Rock. A 1-yard touchdown run on the quarterback keep from Corver. Corver keeps it as well for the 2-point conversion and the 8-7 advantage for MOC-Floyd Valley. Heading into the break, Chris, we were talking about the Dutch not having a field goal kicker. How odd that is for an MOC-Floyd Valley football team, because it seems like if for anything when you come down here, you know their kicking game will be strong.
Yeah, they'll typically, have a kid who's got range on field goals and stuff, so it is a kind of a surprise to see that tonight, Jay.
Yeah, they go for 2 on every score, which is only 2 that they've scored this season, while now the third here tonight. But 2 for 3 on 2-point conversions on the season for MOC-Floyd Valley. The ensuing kickoff fielded by Carter Kroll off the hop just inside the 20. He'll take it out across the 35 to the 36. Good start in field position for Central Lyon George Little Rock as the offense will make their way back out onto the field with 6:42 left in the first half. Lions trailing now 8-7. And outside of that 83-yard touchdown run from Cole Telford, it's been a fairly unenthusiastic first half for the offense here. A lot of penalties for the offense here in the first half.
Yeah, a lot of penalties, and you never want penalties, but they really hurt when you're deep in your own territory, and that's kind of what we've had against us here in this first half.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Trip receivers left, a single to the right as the pass will go left side to Telford, and that was read nicely by the Dutch defense. He'll be dropped for a loss back at the 33-yard line. It will be a loss of 3 on first down.
That was well defended. As soon as the ball arrived, so did the defense. Cole didn't have a chance to even take a step. So.
Second down and about 13 coming up for the Lions with the ball spotted on their own 33. 6:18 left to play in the first half, an 8-7 lead for MOC-Floyd Valley over Central Lyon George Little Rock. As the Lions offensively have been pinned deep in their own end for most of this first half. Time to get it going. We'll see if they can get moving here a little bit on this series. Postma from the shotgun takes a snap, rolls out right, lets it go downfield as Carter Kroll, who makes a catch for the first down at the 47-yard line.
Postma threw a perfect ball there, and Carter went up and got it. Nice little 12-yard gain.
And we'll see if that lights a fire for the Lion offense. First down and 10 from their own 47-yard line with 5:51 left to play in the first half. It's an 8-7 lead for MOC-Floyd Valley. MOC-Floyd Valley losing to Sheldon in their district opener 14-0 last Friday night, and you get the idea that low-scoring defensive battles, that's kind of what they want to play. As Postma takes a snap, an early penalty here, and I believe it's going to be offsides on MOC-Floyd Valley.
Well, that will help bring up 1st and 5.
And the Lions will move into Dutch territory following the penalty, now on the 48-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley.
I noticed tonight, Jay, looks like the referee crew is 1 referee short. Kind of makes it a little different when you're watching the game. They have to talk about things a little more and try to cover a little more ground.
5:33 left to play in the first half. An 8-7 lead for MOC-Floyd Valley over Central Lyon George Little Rock here tonight on the campus of Northwestern College in Orange City. Did have a few sprinkles earlier in the first half, but it looks like the precip has stopped for the time being. Twin receivers to each side. Postma from the shotgun takes a snap. The hand right up the middle to Telford. He'll be met at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, the defense was definitely waiting for him right in the middle there. Lions might have to open up the playbook a little bit again.
Second down and about, we're going to say 2nd and 6 now. They gave him a 1-yard loss on the play to the MOC-Floyd Valley 49. So 2nd and 6 coming up for the Lions with 4:54 left in the first half. Clock is moving. The Lions trail MOC-Floyd Valley 8-7 here tonight. Twin receivers to each side with Postma in the shotgun. Kroll in motion right to left. He'll take the hand from Postma and carry up to about the 45-yard line, maybe just shy, and about a 4-yard pickup on the play. That'll set up the Lions with a 3rd down and about 2 when all is said and done.
Yeah, maybe 3rd and 3, Jay.
Wow, yeah.
Once again, yeah, I thought he had an extra yard there too, but it's going to be, well, now it's looking like 3rd and 4.
Whoa. Yeah, the 47-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley, so they're only going to give them 2 yards on that carry. So like you said, Chris, a 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Lions now, with the ball on the 47 of MOC, just inside of 4 minutes left in the opening half here tonight. Power I formation behind Postma under center. Postma hands left side to Telford, and he'll be stood up at the line of scrimmage, keeps the legs going, but only gets to the 46-yard line for a tough 1 yard.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like the Lions are going to be forced to punt here. That's going to bring up 4th and 3 or 4, so a little too much at midfield. Looks
like the Lions will put the punt team out, 4th down and 3. With 3.5 minutes left to play in the first half, an 8-7 lead for MOC-Floyd Valley over Central Lyon George Little Rock here tonight. As the Lion punt team comes out onto the field, we have a late addition, and Metzger will come off, and now an up back will move in. That is Meyer. And Postma will actually line up in the shotgun formation, and the MOC-Floyd Valley defense is going to call a timeout on the play. 3:10 left to play in the first half. We'll take a timeout as well. 8-7, MOC-Floyd Valley leading Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the rhythm was amazing. Jack out a smile, but I was made for this. Catch all those that I'm making. I was made for this.
Back at Northwestern College in Orange City, along with Chris Bixman, I'm Jay Kelly. Central Lyon George Little Rock football here tonight. The Lions trailing MOC-Floyd Valley by a score of 8-7, 3:10 left to play in the first half. And the Lions lined up in an offensive formation on 4th and 3. That allowed the Dutch to call a timeout here. And it looks like the offense is going to stay in formation here. Twin receivers to the right, a single to the left as Postma takes the snap. He'll throw for it, and Krull makes the catch. And down the sideline, Carter Krull could take this to the house, and he will. It's a Lion touchdown on 4th and 3 from the 47-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley. The Lions have found the end zone again.
That was, once again, a well-thrown ball by Crow, kind of a gutsy call on 4th down and 3 at midfield, but I like it.
2:59 left to play in the first half, and the Lions move back out in front. A 46-yard touchdown pass from Postma to Krull.
That was beautifully done. Kroll was on a dead sprint when he caught that ball, and all he had to do was round the corner and head on up the sideline. It was well done.
Looked like one of those pooch punt options where Postma was rolling out to the right. He had the option to punt it, but Krull was open in the flat and elected to throw it, and good decision there as Carter Krull scampered 46 yards for the touchdown. Krull nails the extra point after, and with 2:59 left to play in the first half, the Lions are back out in front, 14-8. Stay tuned. We'll have more from Orange City. You're listening to Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve healthcare that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Back on the campus of Northwestern College in Orange City, 2:59 left to play in the first half. A 14-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. The Lions on 4th and 3 connect on a 46-yard touchdown pass from Postma to Krull. And the Lions take the lead back as Krull with the ensuing kickoff out the back of the end zone, kicking to the north. And it looks like, just judging by the flags in the field here, the wind is blowing from the right to the left across the field here from east to west.
Yeah, at times the flag appears to be the wind is a little bit out of the south, but Kroll didn't need any wind with that one. He almost booted it out the back of the end zone anyway.
Yeah, he gave it a boomer, almost got it through the uprights.
He did.
First down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley. They'll start on their own 20 following the touchback. A 14-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock with 2:59 left to play here in the first half. Trip receivers to the right, a single to the left as Corver will line up with an empty backfield, and MOC-Floyd Valley going to take a timeout again before the play call. MOC-Floyd Valley taking a timeout just before that fourth down conversion for the Lions. And Chris, you got to wonder if maybe that timeout helped the Lions there.
Yeah, I think it may have. Maybe give us a chance to come up with that play call. And it was an excellent call. I think it gave Postma the option to pooch punt it if he wanted to or pass it, and he made the right decision. Kroll was open, and he made a beautiful pass there.
And Carter Kroll with the route, I mean, he ran that route perfect. He was 1 yard past the stick when he made the cut toward the sideline, made the catch, and then turned and burned up the sideline for 46 yards and the Lion touchdown, a big touchdown as well, because the Lions were trailing 8-7, and it looked like they could have possibly been trailing heading into the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, it's a nice answer to that touchdown from the Dutch, because you hate to be trailing going in at halftime. You hate to give them another opportunity to score before the half, and so it makes you feel a lot better as a defense coming out here now. You got a little lead in your pocket, and you can set up and play some tough D and hopefully go into the locker room with a lead.
First down and 10 for the Dutch from their own 20 as Corver drops back to pass, rolls out right side, looks in the flat, nearly intercepted. Addison Metzger with the tip and deflection and incomplete pass.
Addison got one hand up there on it, but it looked like it was well defended. I don't know that pass had much of a chance of getting to a receiver.
Second down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley. The ball on their own 20-yard line. 2:53 left to play in the first half here tonight. A 14-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. And it's been a struggle down in the trenches for the Lions here tonight, but a couple of big plays has given them the 14-8 lead. Corver dropping back to pass under pressure. He's going to go down. Quarterback sack. The ball is loose, and the Lions cover it on the 6-yard line. It looks like they will give it to Central Lyon George Little Rock. Flag on the play. I believe that's a holding on MOC-Floyd Valley as the Lions, everyone was coming loaded for bear.
Yeah, I think it was Van de Weerd coming from the right side that forced that ball out and made the initial contact. Nice play by the defense.
It really was a meet at the quarterback kind of play for the defensive line there, as just about everybody was through. They forced the fumble and the Lions pounce on it. So now an opportunity to really make it hurt. First down and goal from the 6-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley. Trip receivers left, a single to the right. Postma from the shotgun will hand up the middle to Meyer, and Meyer is brought down in the backfield for a 1-yard loss at the 7.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a breakdown on our left side on the offense, and I think they blitzed through the A gap there and didn't give Meyer much of a chance to get going.
Good penetration by this Dutch defense all night. We talked about it. This Dutch defense, if anything is the strength of this team, it's definitely their defense. Their defense is quite talented. They have a lot of athletes on the defensive side of the ball. Second down and goal for the Lions on the 7-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley. Twin receivers to each side. Crawl in motion right to left as Postma takes a snap, rolls out left side, fires one into the end zone just off the hands of the intended receiver on the play, Cole Telford, and it's incomplete, and third down and goal coming up.
Well, it was a well-thrown ball, and Telford did have it in his hands for a couple steps there, but the defender made contact right after the ball did, and Cole wasn't able to make the catch.
Third down and goal. Central Lyon George Little Rock on the 7 of MOC-Floyd Valley after the defense comes up with a strip sack turnover, and we'll see if the Lions can cash in. 2 minutes exactly left in the first half. Lions looking to add to their 14-8 lead. Split receiver to each side. Postma in the shotgun, double wings. As he takes a snap, the hand on the counter goes to Meyer over the right side, and he'll only get to about the 6-yard line for a 1-yard pickup, and it's decision time for the Lions now.
I think you kick a field goal here, Jay, is what I would definitely call. We've got a great field goal kicker in Carter Kroll, and I think you better take the points.
From the right hash mark, it looks like the Lions will line up for the field goal here on the artificial surface tonight as Kroll counting off the players in front of him. Looks like he'll set up for about a 23, 24-yard field goal here. Josh Reeby will provide the snap. Dylan Van Berkom on the hold. As we await the snap from Reeby, it's good. The hold is down, the kick is up, and the extra point looks to be through. We'll wait for the official call. Yes, it is good.
Nicely done.
1:13 left to play in the first half. 17-8, Central Lion George Little Rock leading MOC-Floyd Valley. This is Lion Football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company, PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Back in Orange City on the campus of Northwestern College, along with Chris Bixman, I'm Jay Kelly. Central Lion George Little Rock leading MOC-Floyd Valley 17-8. 23-yard field goal from Carter Kroll, the latest score for the Lions. And the ensuing kickoff coming up from Kroll here in the final minute of the first half. A high end-over-end kick will hop through the end zone, and MOC-Floyd Valley will be happy to take the touchback. First down and 10 for the Dutch from their own 20.
Carter does a really nice job of kicking a football, Jay. There again, the ball, I think, landed on the goal line. Terrific to pick up those 3 points. It forces, 2 more scorers from the Dutch to take the lead in this game. So that field goal, really, those 3 points add up to more than that.
And as we were talking about, a Dutch offense that has not done a lot this season, that touchdown they scored tonight, only their third of the year. They've only scored, a total of 22 points on the season now after tonight. Corver, from the first down snap, just throws one into the bench of MOC-Floyd Valley, overshooting the intended receiver, incomplete.
Yeah, the ball just kind of sailed on him. Well over the hands of the receiver. He didn't really have a chance to jump up and even touch the ball. So.
Second down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley. The ball spotted on their own 20-yard line. 1:09 left to play in the first half. Lions lead it 17-8. Corver will line up under center. Twin receivers to the left, a single to the right. Man in motion from right to left as Corver takes a snap. The hand goes left tackle, and not a whole lot happening there. The Lions able to snuff out that run pretty quick.
The interior line of the defense is looking really solid tonight in spite of the size of that Dutch offensive line. They're doing a good job of plugging things up inside.
Well, I had thought with the run that MOC may be happy to run out the clock, although I wonder if the Lions didn't call that timeout. Yeah, Central Lion George Little Rock did call that timeout. For a second there, I had thought they were saying MOC had called that timeout, and I thought with the run play they were just waving the white flag, so to speak, on the first half. But the Lions take the timeout, and that makes a whole lot more sense now.
It does, yeah. And, maybe Coach Ebens thinking he can get the ball back at a decent field position with a little bit of time left. We'll have to see what happens here.
Third down and 9 for MOC-Floyd Valley, just across their own 20-yard line. 1:04 left to play in the first half, so still plenty of time left on the clock. And the Lions still do have one timeout in their pocket as well, should they be able to get a third down stop here from the defense.
Like the Dutch are kind of taking their time with this timeout. Still in the huddle.
17-8 the lead for Central Lion George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. We've got 2 Lions Den senior interviews coming up at the half here tonight. Looking forward to that on the halftime show tonight. 2 senior interviews at the half here tonight from Orange City. So you can look forward to that at the half. Twin receivers to each side. Corver under center on third down, dropping back to pass under pressure. Quarterback sack, and I believe he lost the ball again. However, MOC-Floyd Valley able to cover it up, and the Lions will quickly call timeout back at the 15-yard line with 55 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, big number 75, I think, got through that line of scrimmage in a hurry and made short work of that quarterback.
4th down and long for MOC. So now a punting situation for the Dutch, and the Lions with 55 seconds left to work with. Of course, with Carter Kroll and Cole Telford as your returners, a punt return any time can spring for a touchdown with the speed that the Lions have back there.
Those two are both very dangerous, and so, yeah, unfortunately, you have to kick to one of the two. So that'd be great to see if we get a good return here and maybe get another touchdown or get within field goal range, because Carter Kroll has a lot of range on a field like this.
4th down and long for MOC-Floyd Valley, and you have to assume that the Dutch will be looking to punt the ball away here on 4th and forever on their own 16-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think they have any choice here, so hopefully we can get a good return. So far, it just looks like Carter Kroll is back to return.
Kroll will be camping out back on his own right about the midfield stripe. He moved up to the 50-yard line as we await the punt from Weiss. Weiss gets a good snap, and, we got a early whistle here. Wow, a motion penalty on MOC-Floyd Valley, so that's going to push him back even farther.
Yeah, you hate to see that happen if you're a Dutch fan, because they're really getting them backed up now. The punter is going to maybe be punting out of his own end zone.
Following the penalty, the official's going to mark it back to the 11. So now the line of scrimmage at the 11-yard line for MOC-Floyd Valley, and Weiss will have to stand right on his own 1-yard line to punt it away with 53 seconds left in the first half. Weiss gets off a nice high punt, and Kroll will make the catch at the 37. Nice pursuit by MOC-Floyd Valley on the punt team. They'll bring him down immediately, but the Lions have 1st down and 10 from their own 30, or from the MOC-Floyd Valley 37, I should say. 44 seconds to work with for this Lion offense.
Kroll did a nice job of catching the ball there. It was well covered. He barely got a couple steps in before he was brought down, but when you catch that ball, Jay, you probably save 10 or 15 yards as opposed to letting it bounce.
1st down and 10 for the Lions with the ball on the 37 of MOC-Floyd Valley. A 17-8 lead for the Lions, and looking for more just before the half. Twin receivers to each side. Postma from the shotgun hit as he throws. The ball is loose, and I believe MOC-Floyd Valley came up with it. A flag on the play. Let's see when they unpile. It is MOC-Floyd Valley ball off the quarterback sack.
That was unfortunate. Yeah, Kroll was right in the throwing motion. He just had brought the ball back, and he didn't even feel the defender behind him. I don't think he was totally caught off guard on that play.
And that was not a flag. Well, it was a flag. One of the officials just happened to throw his flag as the fumble spotter. Probably just reached in the wrong pocket, I would think.
I think he meant to throw his marker, and he threw his flag by accident. So
1st down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley. 35 seconds left in the first half now. Following the turnover, the Dutch will line up with trip receivers to the left, a single to the right. Corver under center, quick bubble screen over the left side to Sossman, and Sossman will be brought down inbounds after a pickup to the 43-yard line. MOC-Floyd Valley going to use their final timeout.
That surprises me after their last drive that they were maybe be aggressive at this point, but it looks like they're going to try to call up something special here.
Well, with 27 seconds left in the first half, I should say, MOC-Floyd Valley uses their final timeout. A 17-8 advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock here tonight. Lions got out to a 7-0 lead on an 83-yard touchdown run from Cole Telford in the first quarter. MOC-Floyd Valley actually came back to take the lead briefly on a 1-yard quarterback sneak from Corver. It was an 8-7 lead for MOC-Floyd Valley about halfway through the second quarter. However, the Lions managed to drive down the field, and on 4th and 3, Carter Kroll, a 46-yard touchdown reception from Colby Postma, and then Kroll would add a 23-yard field goal about 1.5 minutes later, and the Lions with the 17-8 advantage over MOC-Floyd Valley here tonight. 27 seconds left in the first half. MOC-Floyd Valley with the ball 2nd and 5 on their own 43, and this is their final timeout.
Yeah, the score, the Lions having 3 scores on the board, but we really got to say it's basically been a couple of big plays. We haven't moved the ball real effectively against the Dutch tonight. They do have a really stout defense.
No, not a lot of offense on either side of the ball, and most of the offensive opportunities on both sides have been the result of turnovers or the defensive play. Corver going to launch one down the right sideline, and it is incomplete off the hands of the intended receiver on the play, and that was Luke Jellema.
Yeah, Cole Telford was with him step for step and kind of right in his grill when the ball arrived. So that was some good pass defense by our defensive secondary.
21 seconds left in the first half. Clock will stop following the incompletion. A 17-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Trip receivers to the right side, single receiver left as Corver will line up under center. And up back standing behind him, Corver takes a snap, drops back under pressure, rolls out to the right side, still under pressure. Corver just lays it up there, and it's nearly intercepted by Cole Hagedorn once again, but incomplete, and the Lions will definitely take the incompletion with 12 seconds left here in the first half.
Hagedorn was in a good spot there. I was afraid that he might get a flag because he kind of went over the back of the receiver a little bit trying to make that interception, but fortunate for us, no flags on the field.
4th down and 5 for MOC-Floyd Valley, and the Dutch will line up in punt formation with the punter Weiss back on his own 33. 12 seconds left in the first half and a 17-8 advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock. A good snap, and the punt is a nice high spiraling punt. Krull will field it at the 26, hit as he makes the catch, and the officials are going to say it was not kick-catch interference. So the Lions will have a 1st down and 10 on their own 25 with 4 seconds left.
Kroll was fortunate to hang on to that ball.
Yeah.
The defender hit him right as the ball was coming into his arms. That was a terrific catch.
So 1st down and 10 for the Lions. We'll see what they elect to do with only 4 seconds left in the first half of play and a 17-8 lead on their own 25-yard line.
My money says we might just kneel on the ball here, Jay. I don't know.
I would
4
think
seconds.
The Lions would be content to just fall on it. Postma will line him up in a shotgun. Trip receivers left, a single to the right, and up back to the right of Postma as Postma drops back to pass. Lets it go over the middle and overshoots everybody. Was intended for Krull. Pass will fall incomplete. And that will bring us to the half tonight. At the half tonight, Central Lyon George Little Rock. It wasn't pretty, but it's effective. A 17-8 lead at the half here tonight over MOC-Floyd Valley. 2nd district game of the season. Lions looking to improve to 2-0 in district play on the year. 1st district road game of the year down here in Orange City. Stay tuned. We'll have the halftime show when we return from Orange City and the campus of Northwestern College. 17-8. Central Lyon George Little Rock leading to MOC-Floyd Valley. The halftime show is next on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face, a long lost friend with a helpful hand, picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard, with people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Orange City on the campus of Northwestern College, along with Chris Bixman, I'm Jay Kelly. We are at the half here tonight, a 17-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley in district game number 2 this season. The Lions got out to the 7-0 lead with 4:12 remaining in the first quarter, an 83-yard touchdown run from Cole Telford, and that would be the score at the end of quarter number 1. Kicking off the second quarter, about midway through the second, MOC-Floyd Valley scores on a 1-yard touchdown run from Corver, taking advantage of a Lion offensive turnover deep in their own territory. A 2-point conversion was good, and with 6:47 left in the first half, MOC-Floyd Valley had the 8-7 lead. With 2:59 left in the first half, the Lions would strike a 4th down and 3. The Lions elected to go for it, and a 46-yard touchdown pass from Colby Postma to Carter Krull. The point after was good, and the Lions led 14-8. About a minute and a half after that, with 1:13 left in the first half, a 23-yard field goal from Carter Krull extends the Lion lead to 17-8. And that is where we are at the half here tonight on the campus of Northwestern College in Orange City, as the Pride of the Dutch marching band playing down on the artificial surface here in Orange City tonight. Stay tuned. We'll have the halftime show continuing, and coming up, we've got 2 senior spotlights, 2 trips inside the Lions Den here this week. Twice the fun. It's coming up on the halftime show. From Orange City, a 17-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. More after this.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the feeling was amazing. Check out a smile, but I was made for this. Kiss your rose and I'm making I was made for this.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve healthcare that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
And we welcome you back here. We're going to take another trip inside the Lions Den here at the half. It's a time when we get to know our Central Lyon George Little Rock seniors a little bit better. Today we're being joined by senior Addison Metzger. Addison, thanks for joining us.
How are you?
Well, Addison, we've seen you throughout the season so far. We see you on the football field. And tell us a little about exactly what your position is out there, and tell us what your job is when you're on the field.
First off, I play on defense. I play linebacker, and my responsibilities are filling my gaps and covering the flats and covering during pass plays, and then fitting my gaps on run plays. And then on offense, I'm an AB back or wing back, and I run the ball and catch the ball for the team.
And do a little bit of blocking as well.
Blocking also.
Well, let's talk about that. Obviously, playing both sides of the ball. Goals that you may have set for yourself this season, individually, maybe defensively or offensively. What are some goals you have for yourself, and what are some goals that you guys have set as a team?
Defensively, myself, I've said I want to be one of the top tacklers on the team. And then on the offense, I just want to try or do my best to come in and fill my role when I do get in. And then team goals, we really want to make the playoffs, and that's the biggest goal. The rest of the season is to make the playoffs, and I just try to have the best attitude and effort on the field.
All right, well, let's take you off the football field. We're going to bring you into the school. You're a senior here at Central Lyon. Tell us a little bit about the class schedule that you're carrying in your final year.
I'm a part of band. I take intro to sociology, college comp, work study. I'm also part of current events, which is a new class this year. I'm also in human relations, which is a really good class that I like. It's a college class. And then my last class of the day is economics, which is a hard class, but I enjoy it.
Well, it sounds like the class load you're taking is kind of setting you up for moving on down the road. What are some plans that you have going into next year?
I plan to go to a 2-year college right away to get my generals, so it's cheaper, and then probably move on to a 4-year college to get a teaching degree. I'm interested in teaching, so that's what I plan on doing.
Well, what are some other things that we can find you? Obviously a football player and involved in some things right now here in the fall. What about after football season? What are some things that we can find you doing around the area?
I'm in basketball. That's a big one. Basketball takes up a lot of my schedule. I'm in FFA, Quiz Bowl, book club, just small things around school extracurriculars, and outside of school, I like to enjoy. I'm in a church group, Bible class type of thing for our senior Bible. It's called the senior Bible class, and then I also like to trap and just do hobbies outside of school.
Well, as a senior here, you obviously you see the football field a lot. Lots of people get to see you. These younger kids, they look up to our seniors, and it's your job to set the role and the example for them. What is some advice you can give those younger kids as they start to come through the program?
My biggest advice is to just keep working hard, which is one of the biggest things, and attitude and effort, because I think your attitude determines your altitude. That's a saying I've heard from an older guy, and I think your attitude is what really shows how you perform. If you keep a great attitude, even on the days that practices are hard, it'll be a lot better. So that's my biggest advice to the younger kids.
Well, and as a senior, you've been through the program, and unfortunately, it's coming to an end here in just a few weeks down the road. But what is maybe a favorite memory you have of being a part of this team, or what is your favorite part of being a CLGLR football player?
My favorite part is being able to be with my teammates all the time, spend time with my friends, and even some people that I never spend time with from GLR. I see those guys, and they're fun to hang out with. And also, I just like the team aspect of it and coming together and playing as a team to achieve a goal.
Well, Addison, we appreciate you spending some time with us this week, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
And we welcome you back to the half. It's time to take a trip inside the Lions' Den, where we get to know our Central Lyon George Little Rock football seniors just a little bit better. Right now we're being joined by Dylan Van Berkum. Dylan, thanks for being here.
No problem.
Dylan, let's talk about you. We had a big week last week. We got to see you. We got to call your number out a little bit. Tell us a little bit about where we can find you on the football field, and what is your responsibilities when you're out there?
All right, I play wide receiver, and I also play safety. Obviously, wide receiver, main thing out there is blocking on the edge for Cole Telford and making sure he's got running lanes. And then at safety, obviously, making sure nothing gets behind you. And then maybe sneaking one in the end zone a time or two. So.
And we got to see that last week, finally, not on the receiving end, but on the defensive end. A pick six for Dylan. That was great to see.
It's about time.
There you go. Let's see her. Well, let's talk about that. That's definitely a highlight of the year so far, a pick six for you.
Let's talk about some of the personal goals and maybe some team goals that you have set aside for you guys.
Well, as a group of junior and seniors, we decided that we had 3 main goals. One of them obviously was to beat West Lyon. That didn't happen, but we got it turned around with winning the district. That's still in play, and obviously making the playoffs. Those are 2 big goals for us. Really pushing hard in practice for those, and hopefully we'll get to them. We better get to them. Obviously, me personally, just getting better on a week-to-week basis. Last week, opening up first drive didn't work out as it planned, but then got it turned around and had a decent game the rest of the game. So.
Well, that's good to hear. Those are some really good team goals. We like to hear those, and like I said, that playoffs and the district title still in play. Well, let's take you off the football field. Let's bring you into the classroom. You're a senior here at Central Lyon. Tell us a little bit about the class load you're taking.
Honestly, it's not too much. I've got a couple of shop classes, band and choir. I've got a study hall, and then college composition and personal finance right now. Next semester, I've got a couple other actual classes through NCC and stuff like that, but that's about it. I don't have too tough of a schedule, so.
Well, you are taking some college classes in there, so that means we're obviously setting something up for down the road. What are your plans for next year?
Right. Right now, I've been kind of bouncing my head around. I'm not real sure. I'm planning on going to Iowa State to study kinesiology. I don't know if that's set in stone. I'm sure it's not, but right now that's just what I'm planning on. Hopefully it sticks with it, then I'm not too crazy in college. So.
Well, we get to see you on the football field. We know we see you out there. After the football season, what are some other things that you're involved in that we can see you participating around town?
I am also in wrestling and track. I'm involved in FFA, FCA. I'm in jazz band, jazz choir, swing choir, obviously band and choir, and various church groups, youth groups helping out around town. So.
Well, as a senior, you're one of those guys that the younger kids look up to. You're one of the role models out there, and being a leader on this football team, what are some things you can tell these younger kids as they start to join the program and start to make their way? What can make them successful?
Setting goals and really pushing hard for them, and not giving up in the weight room. You know, always pushing yourself. Obviously, if you look back at even a couple years ago, how the weight room is just proven to be successful for kids, and just leave everything out on the field or the court or wherever the place may be. You know, if you don't give 100% every single down, you're gonna regret it eventually at some point in your life. So you don't want to be a high school senior and, you know, wishing you still had 3 years left. So.
Well, and as a senior out here and talking about spending your time and working through those years, tell us maybe what is one of your favorite memories, or what is your favorite part about being part of the CLGLR family?
Definitely the brotherhood that it forms. There's nothing else like it. You don't get to experience it. You're gonna grow up with the rest of them guys the rest of your life, and so just the experiences you make with them. You know, pre-game, post-game, whatever the case may be, in the parking lot after games. So it's just nice to have that. They're always there for you. So.
Well, Dylan, we appreciate you taking some time with us this week, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. Last time the rhythm was amazing. Jackpot smile, but I was made for this. Kiss your rose and I'm making I was made for this.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places. because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve health care that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Back in Orange City on the campus of Northwestern College as we move on with the halftime show. Central Lyon George Little Rock leading MOC-Floyd Valley 17-8 as we get set for the start of the second half here tonight in Orange City. The Pride of the Dutch Marching Band putting on a first-class performance as they do each and every year for the fans. Whenever we come down here to the campus of Northwestern College, you can always count on a great halftime performance from the Pride of the Dutch Marching Band. Always enjoyable, and we're ready for the second half of football. About a minute out from the second half kickoff. Want to remind you, do have some upcoming events, including tomorrow night, the High School Pops Concert. Since we're talking about band, the High School Pops Concert coming up tomorrow night for some musical enjoyment. Get on out to the Central Lyon High School gym for that show. If you can't make it out for the show, you can watch it right here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. 7:30 showtime tomorrow night for the High School Pops Concert, and a double dip coming up again next week. We've got Lyon Volleyball taking on Okoboji next Thursday night, beginning at 6:30 or somewhere thereabouts with the coverage, followed by Lyon Football next Friday night hosting Okoboji in district game number 3 on the season. Lions looking to improve to 2-0 in district play heading into action tonight, heading into the second half. They do have a 9-point advantage, so the Lions 24 minutes away from being right along the top of District 1, or staying right along the top of District 1. And certainly, Chris Bixman, that's got to be the goal as the season rolls along here. You start off 0-4, but you win the one that counts, game number 5, and now that seems to be the case for the Lions. You know, you control your own destiny with a 1-4 record. You often don't find yourself in that kind of situation.
No, it's great to get that first district win under your belt, and I think it gave the boys some confidence. I think they kind of found their identity a little bit last week, and they're carrying it over into tonight. They're playing a pretty solid game so far.
12 minutes are up on the board for the third quarter. A 17-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock, and certainly some tweaking probably in the halftime huddle, you would have to think, for the Lions offensively. Some big plays here and there, but really it's been kind of a defensive slugfest out there on the field for the most part on both ends tonight.
It really has. You know, both defenses have played pretty solid and stymied both offenses, like you say, outside of a couple of big plays, Jay, and we were kind of fortunate. We had more of those big plays than they did, but I think the offense is probably going to have to try a few different things in the second half to move the ball.
83-yard touchdown run from Cole Telford, a 46-yard touchdown pass from Colby Postma to Carter Krull, and Carter Krull with a 23-yard field goal. The scoring in the first half for the Lions. Lions got the ball to start off the game. MOC-Floyd Valley will return the second half kickoff. Carter Krull with the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. MOC-Floyd Valley moving from the north to the south, or the left to the right in your mind's eye here at Northwestern College. As Krull gives the ball the boot, we are underway with the second half. A high end-over-end kick that will sail through the end zone once again for the touchback.
Another nice kick by Carter. Once again, not much breeze to help him or hurt his kicking ability, but a nice solid kick out of the end zone.
The wind appears to be moving from the east-southeast here tonight, and if you look at the flags, it is moving pretty good, but like you said, Chris, coming from the east for the most part, you don't really have an advantage one way or the other as the field runs from the north to the south. MOC-Floyd Valley, first down and 10 on their own 20 as we start off the second half. Trip receivers to the left. Man in motion left to right, and the motion man, that's Sossman. He'll get the hand from Corver, and Sossman will carry close to a first down, about 9 yards on the carry.
Yeah, good carry there. Broke that first tackle. It looked like we might have had him behind the line of scrimmage, and broke that first tackle and picked up quite a few after that.
Second down and 1 for MOC-Floyd Valley. The ball on their own 29 as we get underway here in quarter number 3, a 17-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock. As Corver will line up under center once again, twin receivers to each side and a back behind Corver in the backfield. Man in motion is Sossman again, left to right. The back will take the hand right up the middle, and it looks like enough for first down yardage. Yeah, they will give him the 31 on forward progress for Mason Boss, and the Dutch move the chains on their opening offensive possession.
Yeah, nice stop on defense there, but unfortunately they only needed 1 yard for the first down, so let's see what we can do on this next set of downs.
First down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley. Opening possession of the second half here tonight in Orange City. The ball spotted on their own 31 as Corver will break the huddle, send out the trip receiver formation to the left side. A single receiver to the right, single back behind Corver in the backfield. Corver calls it out, fumbles the snap, and I think the Lions might have got it. Let's see here.
Boy, they were right down there immediately when the ball was on the turf.
Well, they're going to say Corver somehow got on it for a loss back to the 30-yard line. So it will be a second down and 11 for MOC-Floyd Valley.
Yeah, I was hoping it looked like Jackson Jaeger saw the ball immediately and dove underneath there, but the quarterback was on it too quick for him.
10:50 left to play in the third quarter. Clock on the move. A 17-8 advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. Twin receivers left, a single to the right. Man in motion is Sossman from left to right. Corver takes a snap, hands left side to Weiss, and a big hit in the backfield as Weiss is upended by the Lion defensive line. I think that was Vanderweerd coming through.
I believe it was, yeah. He took him upside down immediately after he received that ball.
And a loss back to the 29, make it the 28-yard line even. So a third down and 12 coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley, and the Dutch moving the wrong way here on the second set of downs for the third quarter. As Corver will line up under center once again, twin receivers out wide to each side, and a single back in the backfield. Corver looks over the Lion defense, lines up, barks out the signals, drops back to pass, under pressure, lets it go on the right side, catch is made in the flat at the 35, but well shy of the first down, and the Lions will take the receiver down. Jackson Boss on the play, a gain of about 7, but a punting situation coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley.
Yeah, nice little prevent defense there. Carter Kroll was just one step away when he received that ball and took him down immediately, so no harm, no foul. We're going to force him to punt here.
Well, Corver is in on the punt situation here, and all kinds of confusion for the Dutch on the field. Corver back on his own 24. It looks like they got everything sorted out. Gets a good snap and gets off a high punt, but a short punt, very short. And we're talking just beyond the first down stick short. It would take a turf hop to the 49 of MOC-Floyd Valley, but really only about a 19-yard punt.
Yeah, it came off his foot really ugly and didn't get much air underneath it at all again. Their kicking game has kind of been a little bit of an Achilles heel for them tonight, Jay.
Lions will start first and 10, opening offensive possession of the second half in Dutch territory on the 49-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley with 9:39 left in the third quarter. Postma from the shotgun, crawl in motion left to right. The hand will go up the middle to Telford, and Telford will carry across the 45 to the 42-yard line. Nice 7 yards on first down.
Yeah, nice little run up the middle there for Telford. Looks like it was well blocked. He had enough of a hole to squirt through there and did a nice job.
Second down and 3 coming up for the Lions with the ball just outside of the 42-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley. 9:10 left to play in the third quarter. Clock on the move. Lions lead at 17-8. Postma will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. As Postma calls for a motion man right to left, and the same play. The hand goes to Telford up the middle, sidesteps contact, carries to about the 40-yard line. They'll give him just across the 40, going to be about a half yard shy of the first down.
Just a little shy of the first down marker there, but yeah, you got to earn your yards, like I mentioned earlier. When you're going inside against the Dutch, they have got some big boys in the inside of their defensive line.
Very athletic defensive front for MOC-Floyd Valley. Third down and about half a yard for the Lions. just inside the 40-yard line of MOC as the clock continues to move with 9:25 left in the third quarter. 8:25. Postma from the shotgun takes a snap, the hand up the middle to Telford, and it's going to be close here. They stood him up at the line of scrimmage. The far side official on the sideline spot will be the closest one here. They will give him the first down.
Yep, the white hat is signaling for the first down there. I don't think we had much more than the first down marker, but they're going to give him the first down.
Right on the 39-yard line, the Lions will move the chains on the 39 of MOC-Floyd Valley, a 17-8 advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock, and the Lions looking for more to kick off the third quarter here tonight. Twin receivers to the right, a single to the left. Postma from the shotgun, crawl in motion. He'll take the hand from Postma, sweep around left end, sidesteps contact, and carries up to the 35. He made 4 yards out of it.
He did. Number 22 came up quickly on the defense and managed to sidestep that first tackler and pick up 4 yards.
Second down and 6 coming up for the Lions from the MOC-Floyd Valley 35. 7:25 left to play in the third quarter. Clock on the move. A 17-8 advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley tonight. Twin receivers left this time, split receiver right, crawl in motion left to right. The hand will go to Telford up the middle, breaks it out right side, spins off a contact inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. The Lions getting some good yak yards here to start off the third quarter. That'd be yards after contact.
Yeah, that was a nice spin move there, Jay. I think that gained him another 4 or 5 yards after contact. So good running by Telford there.
First down and 10 for the Lions. The ball spotted on the 27 of MOC-Floyd Valley. And the Lion offense putting together a nice possession to kick off the second half for the offense here. We'll see if they can cap it off. Postma in the shotgun on first down will fake the hand to the motion man. Counter coming left side to Telford. Flag on the play as Telford will carry the defense inside the 20 down to about the 18. The flag is in the area of a hold, however.
Yeah, the flag came from the defensive side referee. I'm not sure what he's going to call here.
And the official will call a block in the back even on Central Lyon George Little Rock. So the officials will mark it back from the line of scrimmage back to the 36-yard line, and it will be a first down and 10 for CLGLR now at the 36 of MOC-Floyd Valley.
That's unfortunate. We were moving the ball pretty well there, and those penalties always hurt, but the 15-yard ones really hurt.
6:35 left in the third quarter. The official winding up the clock here, and the clock keeper finally noticing and winding up the clock as well. First down and 20 for the Lions. Postma from the shotgun with trip receivers to the right, takes a snap, drops back to pass, setting up a screen, rolling to the right, and just short hops the intended receiver Telford on the play. MOC-Floyd Valley had that play read out pretty good.
Yes, they did. They had about 3 boys wearing purple immediately after the quarterback, so it didn't show a lot of promise.
Second down and 20 for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Clock will stop on the incompletion. A 17-8 lead for the Lions. Ball spotted on the 36-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley. Twin receivers wide to each side. Postma in the shotgun with Meyer to his right. Telford in motion left to right as Postma takes the snap, rolls out right side, looking downfield, has a man at the 23. Sliding catch is made on the play by Carter Kroll.
Carter Kroll again, yeah. Nicely thrown ball by Postma, and good pickup there. That's going to help a lot in this drive.
Well, the Lions now with a third down and about 6. Definitely 4-down territory here, unless they wish to bring the field goal unit onto the team or onto the field once again. But a third down and 6 from the 23-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley.
Colby Postma did a nice job on that play, eluding the defense and making a good throw.
Kroll in motion right to left. Postma takes a snap, fakes the hand to Telford, finds Kroll out in the flat. Kroll has room to roam inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And the Lions should have enough for the first down.
You bet. They're moving the sticks, Jay. We got another first down.
So the Lions continue on this opening offensive possession of the second half. I should say their opening offensive possession of the second half. MOC-Floyd Valley did have the ball to kick things off in the second half, but the Lions looking to cap off a pretty good-looking Well, drive that started in MOC territory from the 49-yard line of the Dutch. First down and 10 on the MOC 16. Postma from the shotgun, crawl in motion left to right. Postma takes a snap, hands to Telford up the middle, and Telford will carry to about the 11-yard line and another 5 yards on the carry.
That's a nice play on first down. It's nice to see the Lions overcome that 15-yard penalty and continue this drive. A lot of times that brings you to a halt.
5:14 left to play here in quarter number 3. Clock continues to move. A 17-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. And the Lions breaking the huddle, facing a second down and 5 from the 11-yard line of the Dutch. Postma from the shotgun with crawl in motion left to right. Takes a snap, hands to Telford. Big hole over the right side, and Telford carries inside the 5 down to the 2. Lions will be set with a first and goal.
That was a really nice hole on the right side of our offensive line. The boys did a great job of blocking, and Telford was 5 yards through there before they knew what hit him.
Well, the official spot's going to be on the 3 of MOC-Floyd Valley, so first down and goal from the 3-yard line of the Dutch for the Lions, and a chance to cap off this good-looking first offensive possession of the third quarter. 4.5 minutes, clock is on the move here in the third. Lions looking to add to their 17-8 lead. Power I formation in the backfield. Postma will line up under center. Postma takes a snap, a counter over the left side, and it's a Lion touchdown. The counter carry over the left side, and I believe that was Kalen Meyer. We'll wait and see here.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Yes, it was. And I think totally caught the defense off guard with that play. Postma did a great job of carrying out the fake after that handoff, and the defense was not looking for the ball on that side.
Kalen Meyer with 4:14 left to play here in the third quarter. Lions are on the board again, now a 23-8 advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock, and the point after attempt coming up here from Carter Krull. A snap from Reeby, the hold from Van Berkom. Krull's kick is up and through. 4:14 left to play in the third quarter, 24-8. Central Lyon George Little Rock leading MOC-Floyd Valley. This is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Back on the campus of Northwestern College in Orange City, 24-8. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead on MOC-Floyd Valley. 4:14 left to play in the third quarter. 3-yard touchdown run from Kalen Meyer. The point after was good, and the Lions with the 24-8 lead. Good offensive possession to start off the second half, Chris.
That was, Jay. A nice consistent drive put together by the Lions. We haven't seen much of that tonight. There's been a couple big plays in the first half, but that was just a nice long offensive drive, and the boys did a good job of taking care of the football.
Ensuing kick from Carter Krull right through the end zone for the touchback, and I tell you what, he's had a bullseye on that W in the Northwestern logo in the end zone on this north end zone here in Orange City. Boy, he's really put a dent in that W at Corver Field.
He has. That ball is right down the pipe. I think he's aiming for the goal post, just hoping maybe he can get a little wind underneath it. But nice job of kicking tonight by Krull.
First down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley. The ball spotted on their own 20 as they'll come out for their second offensive possession of the second half. Corver lines up under center, takes a snap, hands over the right side to, I believe, well, let me see here on the carry. I'm pretty sure that that was Sassman.
Sassman, yes.
And yes, he did carry it for no gain on the play. So a second down and at 10 coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley, the ball on their own 20-yard line.
A nice tackle by Addison Metzger there. I think he did a nice job of getting through the line of scrimmage and making a tackle there.
3:45 left to play in the third quarter. Clock on the move. Second and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley from their own 20. Twin receivers to each side. Corver lines up under center. Sauceman in motion from left to right. Corver takes a snap, rolls out right side. Quarterback keep, and he'll only have about a yard or two when all is said and done. Boy, he went backwards about 5 yards before turning upfield to go around end.
He did. I don't know if it was a little bit of confusion on the offense, if that was supposed to be a handoff. It just didn't look real correct when he took off with the ball.
3rd down and 8 for MOC-Floyd Valley. The ball spotted on their own 22. 3:08 left to play in the third quarter. Clock continues to run. 24-8 the lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. And on 3rd down, the Dutch will line up with trip receivers left, a single receiver to the right. Corver under center, calling it out, long count, drops straight back to pass, under pressure, rolls out right, hit as he throws, and the pass is incomplete.
Once again, the defense doing a nice job of putting pressure on their passing game and not giving the quarterback much time to get things done.
Punt situation coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley here, another 3 and out, forced by the Lion defense with 2:47 left to play in the third quarter. Lions lead at 24-8. They'll be getting the ball right back. As Corver's in to punt on his own 11, gets a good snap, nearly blocked by the Lions. A high punt, but a short punt. The Lions told to get away, and it will bounce across the 35 out to about the 39-yard line. Once again, Corver with a real short punt, only about 23 yards, but really got that off just in the nick of time.
Jarrett Meyer all night long has been about 2 steps away from getting his hands on that ball, and he was really close that time. He was right at the punter's feet.
1st down and at 10, Central Lyon George Little Rock. They will start on the 39-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley. 2:36 left to play in the third quarter and a 24-8 advantage for the Lions. As the Lions will line up with a double wing, split receiver to each side, and up back behind Postma in the shotgun. Postma takes the snap. The hand goes to Telford up the middle, and Telford will carry across the 35 to the 34.
Think about a nice 5-yard run by Telford again. They're finding some room on that right side. That's kind of been their bread and butter in this previous drive, and they're going to do it some more this time, it looks like.
You're kind of wondering if that defensive front for MOC-Floyd Valley might be getting a little tired up there, because the Lions have been able to control the line of scrimmage here in the second half so far.
They have a couple of those big boys playing on both sides of the ball, and I think they might be getting tired.
2nd down and 5 for the Lions. A counter to Telford over the left side, and just tripped up at the 31-yard line, going to be a couple yards shy of the 1st down.
Linebacker made a nice play. Otherwise, I think he might have been off to the races. Looked like Telford had a lot of green in front of him. If just one guy to beat with that ankle tackle.
3rd down and 2. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the ball on the 31-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley. 1:35 left to play in the third quarter here tonight. A 24-8 advantage for CLGLR, and the Lions looking for more. Postma will line up in the shotgun, split receiver to each side. Motion man from right to left is Krull. He'll take the hand from Postma and hit at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. And now a 4th and 2 coming up for the Lions.
Well, I got to think this is 4-down territory, Jay, at 4th and 2. But, yeah, that play just was going nowhere. They kind of blew that one up on us.
Ball is spotted on the 31-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley. And the Lions will bring in the necessary adjustments from the sidelines here with 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Actually, they're going to bring the kick team out.
Oh.
So it looks like Carter Krull going to go for a 48-yard field goal here. 10 seconds left on the play clock. We'll see if the Lions are able to get it off in time. As Van Berkom will call for the snap. It's a good snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. It is on its way. It's got the distance, and it is no good, just wide to the left.
Shoot, that was a nice-looking kick. Had
Well,
plenty
Krull
of
is celebrating here. The Lions were celebrating. The officials called it no good. And they said wide to the left, I believe, is what the call was. But the Lions were celebrating here, and there is confusion. Chris, now you had alluded to this. Only 4 officials on the field here tonight, so the white hat standing behind the kicker had to make the call.
Yeah, that's got to be difficult. It's unfortunate. Evidently, they have a ref who is ill or something, and they're one short. Normally you have the 2 of them under the goal post, and you can got a couple more eyes on the kicking game. So unfortunately, the referee crew was a little short tonight.
Yeah, Carter had thought that he had drilled it, but he was surprised to see the no good signal from the official.
Well, I kind of was too. It certainly looked like it was long enough and just between the uprights, but our vantage point isn't as good as theirs is, so we can't argue about it.
Yeah, we're sitting right about the 40-yard line on the opposite side. Either way, MOC-Floyd Valley, it'll be a touchback after the missed field goal, and now the Dutch are going to have to call a timeout. All kinds of frustration offensively for this MOC-Floyd Valley team, and that's been the case all year long, as a flag has just been thrown now for some reason as the Lions were heading off the field, and I don't know, one of the officials here throwing a flag as Lions were heading off the field into the timeout huddle with 25 seconds left in the third quarter.
The referee is the white hat is visiting with the coaching staff from MOC. I'm not sure what they're discussing here.
And we'll see what the official call is here. The official who did throw the flag is speaking with the head referee, and let's see, he's checking in with the MOC-Floyd Valley bench. Looks like a personal foul on Central Lyon George Little Rock.
I almost think possibly something got said as the Lions were exiting the field there.
So either way, the officials going to walk it off. 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. A 24-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. And following the penalty, now the Dutch will have the ball first down and 10 from their own 35-yard line. As the Dutch come out after the timeout, they'll line up trip receivers to the left side. Corver will line up under center with a single back in the backfield behind him, single receiver off to the right side as well. Corver calls it out, takes a snap, drops back to pass, pump fake over the middle, now going deep down the field. It's intercepted, and Cole Hugedorn finally got one.
He sure did.
At the 47-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock, Cole Hugedorn comes down with the pick for CLGLR.
Cole was not going to be denied that time. The ball sailed a little bit. Was up in the air a little too long, I think, and he was just able to run up, get underneath it, and pretty much take it right out of the MOC receiver's hands.
Now, there is a flag on the play, and it's going to be pass interference on CLGLR, so that's going to wipe out the interception, and the officials will walk that off up to the midfield stripe now.
Boy, I didn't see that, Jay, unless it was on a different receiver than the one that the ball was thrown to. It must have been the case.
First down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley after a couple of Lion penalties up to midfield. Corver will line up under center. Twin receivers to the left, man in motion left to right. As Corver hands up the middle, not a whole lot happening there. And another flag coming in on the play.
Well, this is in the backfield of MOC, so hopefully that bodes well for Central Lyon.
The ball will be spotted at the 48 of CLGLR, but they'll say illegal procedure on MOC-Floyd Valley. So that will wipe it out back to the 47-yard line of MOC with 14 seconds left in the third quarter. And we'll see if we can get out of this third quarter.
Hadn't been a lot of flags before this series, but there's been a lot of them here lately.
Well, the ball spotted on the 47. It should actually be the 45. Yeah, the official spotted it after the play, but the play wouldn't have been completed if it was
a procedure penalty, yes.
Procedure. So a first and 15 for MOC now on the 45. Corver will line up under center. Quick pass out to the left side. It is complete, and the Lions able to hem it in for maybe a yard, but that's about it. Lion defense did a real nice job pursuing Jackson Voss, the receiver, on that play.
They did. That little swing pass wasn't going anywhere. There was a host of Lions out there waiting for him. So Dylan Van Berkum did a nice job. He was first man there, I believe.
That'll bring an end to quarter number 3. After 3 complete, Central Lyon George Little Rock leading MOC-Floyd Valley 24-8. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
It's here. And here. There too. This way and that. Across the street and around the world. It's healthcare reinvented, and it lives in all of these places because we believe it should. That her and him and them all deserve healthcare that lives where they do. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Back on the campus of Northwestern College in Orange City at Corver Field, we head to the fourth quarter, a 24-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. MOC-Floyd Valley facing a second down and 15 from their own 45 as we kick off play here in the fourth quarter. Along with Chris Mixman, I'm Jay Kelly. Corver will line up under center, single back behind him, twin receivers left as Corver takes a snap, the hand to the back, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield by the Lion defense as Addison Metzger took him down by the arm. And
another flag on the play.
Yeah, Dylan Van Berkom got hit by the flag as it was thrown in by the official. We'll wait and see here. Addison Metzger had him down by the arm, it looked like, and probably in the area of a holding, I would think, on MOC-Floyd Valley. Ooh, face mask on the Dutch.
Wow.
From the 42-yard line, they're going to mark it all the way back now to the 30. Keep going back.
Keep going.
To the 27, it looks like. Wow.
Yeah, that is a deep, deep hole for the Dutch to dig themselves out of here. Just a lot of penalties in the last few minutes of this game, Jay.
Yeah, the officials tonight have not been shy about throwing the flags for sure. Second down and forever for MOC-Floyd Valley. Second and 33 for the Dutch from their own 27-yard line here in the fourth quarter. Just getting underway in quarter number 4, a 24-8 lead for CLGLR. Corver under center, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, sets up the screen over the left side, and has something to work with here to the 35 and out of bounds at the 38. Making the catch is Mason Voss, the senior.
Yeah, Cooper Spees made a nice job of pushing him out of bounds. He looked like he maybe had some room on the sideline there, so that was a nice defensive play by Cooper.
Third down and about 27 yet for MOC-Floyd Valley with the ball spotted on their own 37. 11:15 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Clock is moving, and the Lions lead it 24-8 tonight. Twin receivers out wide to each side. Corver will line up under center, single back behind him. Corver takes a snap, pump fake on the quick pass, and he's going to go down. Quarterback sack for the Lions, and pick your poison coming through for CLGLR. I believe it'll be credited to Jared Meyer.
Yeah, Jackson Jager and Jarrett Meyer, but I think Jarrett Meyer will probably get credit for the sack there. But nice job by the Lions defense. They knew it was an obvious passing situation, and they kind of bared their teeth and got after it there.
Back at the 31-yard line, so now fourth down punting situation for the Dutch as Corver will line up on his own 21. Gets a high snap, corrals it, and a whistle early as a procedure penalty on MOC-Floyd Valley once again. And the Dutch will continue to move the wrong way with 10:25 left in the fourth quarter.
I got to make a prediction here, Jay. I don't think they're going to get the ball punted back to the line of scrimmage because they've got a lot of room between the stick and the line of scrimmage at this point.
Yeah, it's a fourth down and a good 35 yards or so. Corver gets a snap and gets off the punt. Nice high
pretty good punt.
End over end punt. Real good punt. Telford will field, or Krull will field it off the hop at the 30 to the 40 to the 50 and into Dutch territory, out of bounds by a horse collar at the 32. Had the flag on
everywhere
at the end of it. And the horse collar flag will come in for Carter Krull at the 32, and that will just add to the return.
Yeah, a little frustration there, I think, by the MOC Dutch player, and, well out of bounds when he proceeded to throw Carter to the ground. So
will be a personal foul on MOC-Floyd Valley. They'll mark it off from the end of the return. That is the 32-yard line, and the Lions will have premium starting field position here with 10:06 left to play in the fourth quarter. It will be all the way down at the 17-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley.
Definitely our best starting field position of the night here, Jay.
No doubt about that. 24-8 lead for CLGLR. The Lions looking for more here in the second half. Offensively have looked a lot better in this second half. Did lose the ball on downs on that last offensive possession.
a lot more consistency on the offensive side of the ball, though, in the second half than what we saw in the first half.
First down and 10. Postma from the shotgun with Krull in motion. Takes a snap, throws down the middle of the field. Had Meyer, but just overshot him. Kalen Meyer sprinted down to the end zone and looked like he was open, but Postma just overthrew him.
Yeah, I think he was so open that Postma just put a little too much mustard on the hot dog there. That was a nice play call, though, on first down.
Second down and 10 for the Lions with the ball spotted on the 17 of MOC-Floyd Valley. 10 minutes exactly left to play in the fourth quarter following the clock stoppage, a 24-8 lead for CLGLR. Split receiver out wide to each side. Krull in motion right to left as Postma takes the snap. The hand to Krull on the sweep over the left side, and Krull will be brought down at the 14-yard line to pick up a 3 on the play.
Yeah, it was pretty well defended out there on the edge again. The Dutch very mobile on their defensive secondary. They do get to the ball in a hurry.
Third down and 7 coming up for Central Lyon George Little Rock with the ball on the 14-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley. A 24-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock, and the Lions are looking for more. On 3rd and 7, Postma in the shotgun. Split receiver to each side, man in motion left to right. Motion man is Krull. He'll take the hand from Postma, cut inside the 10, and carry down to about the 8-yard line. And he's going to be close to the first down, probably about a yard shy.
Looks like a long yard short.
Oh, yeah, that is a long yard. So from the 8, a 4th and a long 1 coming up for the Lions here with 9:55 left in the fourth quarter and the clock on the move. A 24-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock, and the Lion offense out on the field for 4th and a long 1.
It'd be great to pick up a first down here. We've seen quite a bit of Krull carrying the ball, so let's see what happens here. We might see Telford.
Postma from the shotgun will hand, fake handoff to Telford, pass to Krull in the flat, and Krull will take it to the end zone for the Lion touchdown. Little trickeration from the Lions, and an 8-yard touchdown pass from Postma to Krull. Lions are on the board again with 9:29 left to play here in quarter number 4.
I don't believe I've seen that play yet this year, but it was well executed. Nicely done.
Postma and Krull hooking up for their second touchdown pass of the night. And a 30-8 advantage now for CLGLR as the extra point attempt coming up from Carter Krull here. Swinging gate in from the left, the snap from Reeby a little high. Van Berkom gets it down, and the extra point kick is up and through. 9:29 left to play in the fourth quarter, 31-8. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead on MOC-Floyd Valley. This is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Farmers, it's harvest time, and let's face it, things are quite different this year. Are you worried that your yields are down, but your production costs will keep rising? Let DeNoble & Company, PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, relieve some of your stress by working with you to minimize your taxes and maximize your return. Call DeNoble & Company today for more information on end-of-the-year tax planning. We are a stable, reliable company with the security of experience and the energy of youth.
Back in Orange City on the campus of Northwestern College at Corver Field, a 31-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over MOC-Floyd Valley. 8-yard touchdown pass from Colby Postma to Carter Krull. Their second touchdown pass hookup of the night for Krull and Postma, and the Lions lead it 31-8 with 9:29 left to play in the fourth quarter. Krull's ensuing kick will be returnable. It'll take a hop at the 6, picked up by Sassam at the 5, and he'll be brought down to the 15-yard line. Nice downfield pursuit by Vanderweerd.
Yeah, Vanderweerd did a nice job of getting down the field, and when he gets his mitts on somebody, they generally don't get away.
So the 16 is officially where they'll spot it, make it the 17, and a first down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley with 9:24 left to play here in the fourth quarter, and a 31-8 advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock.
Vanderweerd, I just want to allude to that, as a very sure-handed tackler. Plays defensive end, and he does a nice job for us on that side.
Corver will line up under center, barking out the signals, takes the snap, the hand goes up the middle, nothing doing there as the Lions able to pounce on that quickly, and that ball carry will go for no gain.
The Lions defense has really done a nice job here in the second half of just denying anything inside, it seems like, against MOC.
Second down and 10 coming up for the Dutch with the ball on their own 17-yard line. Inside of 8 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter, a 31-8 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock. As Corver will go over the play call with the backfield. Twin receivers wide to each side. Corver lines up under center, single back behind him. Sauceman in motion from left to right. He'll take the sweep around at right end. Not a whole lot doing. Lions do a good job of stretching it out once again.
Yeah, very good pursuit. Forcing them to run sideways instead of forwards, and that always bodes well for the defense.
Maybe a yard up to the 18-yard line, so a third down and about 9 coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley with 7:20 left in the fourth quarter. Clock on the move. And the Lions with a 31-8 lead here tonight, second District 1 game of the season. And the Lions looking to go 2-0 in district play. Corver under center, trip receivers to the left, takes a snap and drops back to pass. Looking left side, has a man open in the flat at the 25, makes the catch. And off of contact, I believe he spun his way to the first down at the 28-yard line. That's Jackson Voss.
Yeah, it was a nice catch, and he knew where the first down marker was and had just enough for a first down.
So the Dutch able to move the chains. First down and 10 with the ball on their own 28-yard line. With 6:55 left to play in the fourth quarter. Clock on the move. 31-8. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead over MOC-Floyd Valley. As Corver will line up under center, twin receivers wide to each side. Sauceman in motion. Corver takes a snap. Quarterback keep left side. Pitches out to Sauceman, who has it at the 30 to about the 33. Thought I saw a flag fly in there somewhere, but I think I might have been seeing things.
Nope, doesn't look like there's any on the field, Jay. Yeah, pretty nice little run from scrimmage there for the Dutch.
Yeah, 5-yard pickup on a little option to the left side. So a second down and 5 coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley. Ball on their own 33, 6:15 left to play, 31-8. Lions out in front. On second and 5, Corver will line up under center, single back behind him, trip receivers to the right, a single receiver to the left. As Corver looks over the Lion defense, dropping back to pass under pressure, rolling out right, and he's going to go down. Another quarterback sack for this Lion defensive front.
That was a real nice job.
I think Lyle Moore brought him down that time around.
Yep, we might be putting some fresh legs in there on the defensive side, and he knew what to do. Very great pursuit and nice tackle.
Yeah, Lyle Moore from that defensive end spot just came and snapped him up. So now a third down and 11 coming up for MOC-Floyd Valley with the ball just inside of their own 27-yard line with 5:25 left to play in the fourth quarter and the clock on the move.
Kind of the same position we were in on that last set of downs. Hopefully we can deny him that first down this time.
Corver under center, trip receivers to the right, takes a snap, rolls out immediately to the right, immediately under pressure, and Corver's just going to have to throw it away. Lions had a pick. Van Berkom with a nice pick, just couldn't get a foot down in bounds.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Dylan Van Berkom made the catch on it, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds, so it will be fourth down for MOC.
Would have been a terrific interception. I think he was out of bounds at about the 31. So,
fourth down and 11 coming up for the Dutch, and from their own 27-yard line, they'll be forced to punt it away once again. Corver back on his own 17 or so, ready to give the ball the boot. Gets a good snap and gets off a punt, a high squibbly punt. Will go out of bounds actually in MOC territory yet. It will float out of bounds at the 48-yard line of the Dutch.
As I mentioned earlier, their kicking game is kind of lacking in all areas. They just do not have a strong kicking game, whether it's punting. They haven't even attempted an extra point.
No, very odd. First down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on the 48 of MOC-Floyd Valley. 5:01 left to play in the fourth quarter. A 31-8 lead for CLGLR. We'll see if the Lions can grind out the clock and get us on the road here.
Yeah, the clock is our friend at this point. Let's just take care of the ball.
Split receiver out wide to each side as Postma will line up in the shotgun formation, a back behind him. Motion man is Krull coming from right to left. The hand will go to Telford right up the middle. Met at about the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or two on forward progress, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him 2 yards here, Jay, but that was a tough 2 yards.
Second down and 8 coming up for Central Lyon George Little Rock with the ball spotted on the 46-yard line of MOC-Floyd Valley. 4:39 left to play in the fourth quarter. Clock continues to move. A 31-8 lead for CLGLR over MOC. Lions looking to go 2-0 in district play here tonight. Second down and 8. Postma will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers right, a single to the left. Krull in motion from right to left, and the hand goes to Krull on the sweep over the left side. Krull is around left end and down the sidelines to the 20. Inside the 20, it'll be enough for a Lion first down and then some. And it's actually Rex Van Wy in at the quarterback position now for the Lions.
Yes, and Carter Kroll, a couple of really nice moves. It looked like they had him dead to rights in the backfield. He eluded a couple of outstretched arms and turned the corner and really did a nice job running with the ball on that play.
First down and 10 for the Lions. They'll say he stepped out of bounds on the 20-yard line, so the Lions move the chains nonetheless. First and 10 from the MOC-Floyd Valley 20. Rex Van Wy in at the quarterback position now with a 31-8 advantage for CLGLR. Van Wy in the shotgun. Up back will stand to his right. Man in motion is left to right as Van Wy takes a snap, hands to Dorian Johnson up the middle. Nothing doing there. Actually lose a yard back to the 21, and it will be 2nd and 11 coming up for the Lions.
Yeah, I think the Lions have pulled quite a few of the starters out. Looks like every play there's a couple more changing places.
Get some second teamers in here up front on the offensive line for the Lions. You got Austin Snyder's in the ball game at a right tackle position. Also Max Gruis into the game now as well. You just heard Dorian Johnson taking the hand from Rex Van Wy on that past play. Second down and 11 coming up for the Lions from their own 22. Man in motion left to right. Van Wy with the fake handoff to the motion man. He'll keep it himself. Breaks off of the tackles. Nice tough running down to the 20-yard line, and a pickup of a couple. It will set up a 3rd and 10 for the Lions.
It was well executed, honestly, Jay. I was watching the fake there. I got faked out. That was a nice job by the quarterback keeping the ball, and a couple defenders were chasing the ball carrier that didn't have the ball. So well carried out by the offense there.
Damian Kelderman in the ball game up on the offensive line now as well for the Lions. In at a wide out, Donovan Morales out wide to the left side on the 20-yard line. A 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Lions from the MOC-Floyd Valley 20. As Van Wy from the shotgun will hand to Johnson up the middle. Johnson will carry with a good push up to about the 17-yard line, pick up a 3, and the Lions will face a 4th down and about 7.
Second string is doing a nice job of getting off the ball here, and it's good to see those boys take some snaps.
Owen Christensen checking in at a wide-out position now for the Lions. As the Lions facing a 4th and 7 on the MOC-Floyd Valley 17. 1:38 left to play, 31-8. The Lions with the lead here tonight, going to go 2-0 in District 1 play. A home date with Okoboji coming up next Friday night for the Lions. Lions will, of course, improve that overall record to 2-4 on the season. Van Wy from the shotgun on 4th and 7, hands to the motion man on the play. That is Luke Rasmussen around left end. Rasmussen spins to the first down, but a flag on the play in the area of a Lion offensive penalty.
Shoot, that would have been a really nice first down pickup for the second string, but yeah, it looks like that one's coming back.
It is going to be a holding on Central Lyon George Little Rock, so the officials will mark it back from the line of scrimmage here. It looks like the 18-yard line, about 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage, and back to the 28. It will be a 4th down and long now for the Lions from the 28 of MOC-Floyd Valley with 1:10 left to play.
Nice bit of running there. I thought Rasmussen had the first down if it hadn't have been for the penalty.
4th down and 20 coming up for the Lions. 31-8. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead on MOC-Floyd Valley here tonight. Lions improving to 2-0 in district play, 2-4 overall on the season. Van Wy from the shotgun on fourth down, takes a snap, drops back to pass, lobs one up on the left sideline. It's going to be intercepted at the 10-yard line. Nice pick by the MOC-Floyd Valley defense, and out of bounds on the interception return at about the 35-yard line. The Dutch will take over 1st and 10 with 43 seconds left to play.
Yeah, ball was just a little underthrown, and the Dutch defender turned and found it hitting him right in the numbers.
1st down and 10 for MOC-Floyd Valley. The ball on their own 34-yard line as the Dutch offense will come back out onto the field here with 43 seconds left to play. And the ball spotted on their own 34. Second team defense coming in for the Lions here. Taylor Putnam in at a defensive back for the Lions. We'll try and get more numbers for you as we can. As Corver will line up under center. Calling out the signals, takes a snap, drops back to pass. Looking downfield, he's going to go down. Quarterback sack, and I believe Big Lyle Moore got through again.
Looked like he did. Yeah, great pursuit by the big D end there.
Flag was down on the play. We'll see what the officials call here on the flag. The sack goes down back to the 30-yard line from Moore. And the officials were checking with the Lions sidelines. It will be a flag on MOC. The Lions will obviously decline that.
Holding penalty, and after that nice quarterback sack, we'll take the down instead.
2nd down and 14. Clock continues to wind again with 30 seconds left to play. A 31-8 advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock, and could be the final play of the ball game coming up here. We'll see. Corver with twin receivers out wide to each side. Up back standing behind him as Corver sets down the offense, and now a whistle. I believe MOC called the timeout, did they? No, a delay of game, pardon me.
Game again.
On MOC-Floyd Valley with 13 seconds left. Tough night for the Dutch offensively.
It has been a lot of negative yards on penalties and stuff. And, coaching staff, you hate to see that.
Yeah, it sounds like a tough season continues for MOC-Floyd Valley on the offensive side of the ball. Clock is running with 5 seconds left. We'll see if they get a playoff. As Corver will line up under center, they do get the playoff in time. Corver under pressure, rolling out to the right side, looking to throw downfield. Has a man at the 45. Catch is made. He'll be brought down to the 50-yard line on the play by Jacob Pileski, and that will bring an end to this one here tonight. Final score, Central Lyon George Little Rock defeating MOC-Floyd Valley 31-8 here on Corver Field on the campus of Northwestern College in Orange City. Stay tuned. We'll wrap up our coverage when we return. This is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Are you where you need to be on your financial planning process? Whether it's planning for retirement, investment, or risk management, trust our team at Frontier Bank Wealth Management to start you on the path to financial success. We guarantee exceptional customer service and value your time. We hold ourselves to the highest fiduciary standard in the industry and serve your interests, not our own. Whether you're just starting your financial plan or want help in maintaining it, let Frontier Bank help you plan your future.
Back at Orange City at Corver Field on the campus of Northwestern College, 31-8 the final tonight. Central Lyon George Little Rock defeating MOC-Floyd Valley. Lions improved to 2-0 in district play on the season, 2-4 overall on the season, but 2-0 obviously the more important of those two records as the Lions now have put together 2 wins in a row. Chris, couldn't have come at a better time here in district play, and keep it moving forward with Okoboji coming to Dick Null Field next Friday night.
You bet. You kind of get the feeling that this Lions team is kind of finding their identity and figuring out some ways to win, and they look pretty sharp again tonight.
31-8 winners over MOC-Floyd Valley here tonight. We will close out our coverage from Corver Field. Quick reminder, the high school Pops concert coming up tomorrow night. If you can't make it out to the high school for it, we'll have live coverage right here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network beginning at 7:30. Next week, we've got Lion Volleyball against Okoboji next Thursday night beginning around 6:30 or so, followed by Lion Football next Friday night taking on the Okoboji Pioneers from Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. Chris Bixman, thanks for filling in again this week.
Thank you, Jay. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll get an opportunity to do this again sometime.
Yeah, great time to have you up here in the booth for 2 weeks in a row. That will do it for our coverage from Corver Field here tonight. Once again, the final score, Central Lyon George Little Rock improves to 2-0 in district play, 2-4 on the season. 31-8 winners over MOC-Floyd Valley. From Orange City, that will do it for our coverage tonight. Thank you for tuning in, and good night, everybody.